How are you too high, bro? You too high, bro. You too high, you too high, bro. How are you too high, bro? You too high, bro. You too high, you too high, bro. How are you too high, bro? You too high, bro. You too high, you too high, bro. How are you too high, bro? You too high, bro. You too high, you too high, bro. How are you too high, bro? You too high, bro.
Or if it's right, then you would really know. Have you on your P's and Q's and barely letting nothing go. Plenty in the hood ain't all good, cause they gon' on this. Things are gon' maintain up in this thing, cause this ain't business, bitch. Had it till the break of dawn. Tony got you on the trick. Faking, perpetrating on the track. And can you handle this? If you can, say you can, man. Take a line or two. Say, play this ain't your place. Better go high for 20, come back your boot. Cause ain't no hanging.
Now, guys,
That's embarrassing, bro.
live
That's
right now.
embarrassing.
Who's live right now? Let me go.
Yeah, I'm embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for you. Can you do a one push-up?
Hey everybody, how are y'all doing today? Good to see you all in here. Good to see you, Ginger. We got Armani. Thank you. I've been so obsessed with that song, and for some reason it doesn't pop up on like the copyright, YouTube's copyright system. So I guess they're cool with Powder by Gangster Black, y'all. Obsessed on repeat at the gym. And it works perfectly for the intro. But hey Willie. Ryler. Hello, Ryler. Of course we got XP in here. So you guys, I'm gonna let a few more people flow in before we start like going over the info. So just have a little bit of chit chat because I want everybody to hear this story because it truly is delicious. It's truly a perfect example of karma, getting tagged, that whole thing. So hold on here. Let's go. I was actually gonna go on Lowe's live stream here. I was gonna go up on her panel and do some trivia. This is an emergency stream. Was not planning on going live today. Oh, look who's not. Oh, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Look who is not going live anymore. They pinged their Discord and scheduled a live stream for 4 p.m. today. But then I think they saw that I also had a stream scheduled for 4 p.m. with lovely little Shaggy Richard in the thumbnail. And I think, they probably have me set up on their TV, as I always do. Hi, Rich. Hi, Joy. They have me set up on the TV in their bedroom is what they do for, I don't know, maybe like foreplay or something to just kind of, get the mood going while they're laying in bed together. They can get that hate and anger riled up and just, it's really like, just their favorite thing to bond over at this point. They've been in full on what's the word? Oh my gosh, my mind. I got off my I stopped taking my antidepressants and I'm just getting like brain zaps lately of like forgetting like basic words, so bear with me. They're in PR mode. That's not the word I'm thinking of, but they're trying to like go into PR, like fixing their image mode. What is the fucking word for that? I don't know. Oh yeah, they're definitely here. But yeah, they're basically damage control. Thank you. They basically like went and after like several years of this, several years of making the emojis on their like members only chat pancakes after Joy threw pancakes at her elderly mother-in-law, making jokes about how they're going to throw pancakes at her funeral, all this stuff. No remorse for what they've done until conveniently I put a video essay out showing their behavior. Then they finally go into damage control and say, we're going to apologize to Gloria on camera years later after doubling down and making a joke out of the whole situation. They finally decided to apologize. So congratulations for them. I definitely don't see any ulterior motive or reason why you would be doing that right after I release my video on you, and not out of the actual just kindness of your heart and genuine remorse. But I hope that it is true and that it is genuine, and salute to y'all. However, okay, now we have about 34 people in here, so I think we're gonna start with what happened today. So, oh yeah, Slick Rick got it. Love the username. Absolutely love the username. I think I literally still have, I don't know if I still have it, but I did a drawing, like a graphite drawing of Slick Rick. I did Slick Rick and I did ASAP Rocky. And the Slick Rick one is not very good, but the ASAP Rocky one is one of my favorite. Anyways, welcome in everybody. Callum, why do you even care that much? I'll do an unbanning thing soon, but I'm sorry. Anyways, so what happened today? Let's go over this. Yeah, you know, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt, but it really is just fucking insane that it took somebody making a video, which that wasn't even, of course, they're avoiding the main topic of the video, which is all of the weird, like, defense of sexual, like, predator behavior and stuff. All of the weird defenses of that. They're staying very far away from that, and just focusing on some of the things that they can counter. But they're definitely throwing a little hissy fit. They're very upset. They tried to copyright strike the video that I made. No success there. Didn't violate any TOS, anything like that. So what they've done now is gone to my shorts page. And it's interesting because there is a few shorts where you could false strike it, and I think YouTube, because it's edited, it'll be clips that, like, I've edited. There's a few different ones that they could have done, but today I woke up to this, and they specifically chose, and we did counter this, so we'll see what comes from that, because I do think that it's fair use. But if nothing comes of that, I decided, well, you know what? Let's do a whole stream amplifying what they want to hide so desperately. Because I was wondering, why specifically did they pick this short? And if you can see, it's kind of small, but it was the one that was titled "In Honor of Rich's Birthday, 9/11," and it's content from his "Why I Quit Corporate America After 9/11" video. And I wondered why he specifically chose that, and why he doesn't want people to see that. And I totally would have never, ever made this connection if it wasn't for the fact that he did this strike today, because that made me I was pontificating. I was like, what is it with this specific short of him talking about how he left it was basically just him talking about how the reason why he left his corporate job in 2004 was because, like, of the aftermath of 9/11, and that, like, his girlfriend broke up with him and stuff. And then I remembered when I was making my first video essay on them. Oh my god, ignore my hair. I was at the beach, okay? It was a greasy beach hair. So I remembered when I was researching for the video essay, and just let's make it very clear right here, right now, first of all, before we go any further, that his full name is public information here. Hold on. If you go to their channel, they use their full names. Here we go. In their bio here. So they're public figures with their full names. Just want to be very clear, because they do love to do the false doxing accusations. That's kind of their favorite, like, go-to, which I don't even think they know what doxing means. I love these sunglasses too. They're Heidi Merrick. They're really nice. And anyways, so there's their public figures, whatever. So moving on. I remember when I was researching for the initial video essay, I just Googled his name to, see if there's anything out there, as he is a public figure. And I remember coming across this post. It's one of the first things that come up when you Google his name. And I had just read the caption that says, "A brother's choice, leaving a high-paying job in Manhattan to care for my sister." Okay. So I never read this full paragraph, actually. I didn't even realize that there's a whole thing here. And I read this today after remembering this post and realized he's trying to scrub that specific video that he doesn't want anyone to see this, but he can't get in to his old channel to delete this video titled "Why I Quit Corporate America." Because in this post, he claims, and this is just one of many examples of why I find it very hard to trust anything this man says. Jeremy, it was so hot the way that you defended Maggie against Pickle. That was beautiful. Great moment for you. So this is just yet another example of why people such as myself are very skeptical of most of the claims that HFF makes, because they have a long patterned history of lying to make themselves look better and to add to the story that they tell people about, helping Annette and Gloria, which we all see Annette is doing much better. Obviously, we all see that. But then they do these things where they amplify it and they lie continually, which makes it hard to believe certain aspects of that story. While some of them are certainly true, a lot of them I'm very skeptical of. And we all know the one where he is claiming that the Porsche is Annette's Porsche. That was a big lie that he went with in the beginning, saying that yellow Porsche that they have was hers and that Gloria was trying to pawn it off. And then later comes out in another video of him saying that this was his Porsche that he bought when he was 18. And not that, because he claimed in his initial claim that Annette's dad had gifted her that Porsche. But then in another story, he talks about how he actually, it was his Porsche that he bought. So, and then of course, today in his Discord, he's lying about the fact, he's trying to rewrite history that he only hung out with Hormaxer once. But then, no, he's hung out with him multiple times. Went to the bar with him. He went to his house. He did multiple stream panels with him. So there's multiple instances there, and he's trying to minimize and rewrite. But this is probably the worst, most blatant instance of lying that I have ever seen. And I want to thank you, Rich, because I would have never, ever had such easy content and an easy call out of you unless you had struck my video. So thank you for bringing attention to this and revealing exactly what you're trying to hide and sweep under the rug. So let's read this. He posted this just 1 year ago, so this is very recent. And he titles it "A Brother's Choice, leaving a high-paying job in Manhattan to care for my sister. In 2004, I made the difficult decision." Should we do it in the Rich voice? In 2004. I can't. No, I'm just gonna read it normal. In 2004, I need to make like an AI of his voice so that I can have it read in his voice. But in 2004, I made the difficult decision to leave my high-paying job at Fiserv, formerly Check Free Manhattan, to take care of my sister Annette, who suffers from schizoaffective disorder. At the time, many people did not understand my choice. As a young professional, I struggled to fully comprehend her diagnosis, and my initial reaction was embarrassment. Eventually, which is just... First of all, let's make it clear that this whole paragraph is a complete lie, okay? But second of all, why would you be embarrassed I don't know. It's just a weird sentence. I'm not gonna overly read into it, but like I feel like that would be, if this was true, that would be a very commendable thing to do, which is why he made this post, which is because he wants to look like a very commendable, good person. He says, eventually I realized that my sister was navigating life with a mental disorder and I needed to support her. And then he goes on to talk about how blame his mother for his brother's death inadvertently. I don't know. And just talk about how bad his mom is. He says this decision significantly impacted both my businesses and personal relationships. My coworkers and employers couldn't comprehend my choice to leave, which you can tell that this story is bullshit just based off of like the way that he's like, my coworkers and employers couldn't comprehend my choice to leave. I feel like anybody would be able to comprehend why you're leaving a corporate job to go care for your family. Like, that's commendable. Nobody would judge you for that. Like, nobody would be like, what? Why are you doing that? Like, I'm pretty sure like everybody would understand. Hey, MVP, nice profile picture. Everybody would understand that. And then, so, you know, there's some red flags coming up in this, just if we didn't have the evidence that he was completely lying about this post. So then he talks about we needed to find a partner, and then somehow goes to like, my wife and I stepped in a year ago to take control, but then says up here that in 2004 I made a difficult decision to take care of my sister. But then down at the bottom he says that he stepped in a year ago. So the story doesn't make any sense on its face. Okay. But now we go to this video that he struck down for. He just did a copyright strike on my channel, which I countered, but he just did one on my channel of this video. He does not want anyone to see this video after making this post. A brother's choice to leave, leaving a high-paying Manhattan job to care for my sister. In 2004, I'm just reading this one more time for input so we really have this fresh in our head. In 2004, I made the difficult decision to leave my high-paying job at Fiserv to take care of my sister, Annette. At the time, people did not understand, blah, blah. Okay, so now let's see. He made this video 3 years ago, okay? So he must have forgotten because he made this post a year ago, changed the story. This was 3 years ago. He can't log into this account, so he can't scrub this. So he just wanted to scrub it from my page and hope that nobody would find it, but that just made me go and find this. So let's see if we hear anything. He's gonna go on and he's gonna explain every single reason why he left, all of the emotional turmoil that he was going through, and there is not going to be, I guarantee you right now, I will pay all of you $100 if there is one mention of his sister's name in this video. Or was this story complete BS? Because why would he not mention any of that in this video? And I can imagine his response will be something like, maybe he'll go along with this of like, my initial reaction was embarrassment. Maybe he'll say like, oh, I just didn't want to tell people about my personal stuff, but or something like that. But let's be real, Rich. Like, your entire channel is oversharing, literally smoking crack in hotel rooms, talking about like every single issue, oversharing every single issue in your life, like talking smack about your stepmom, about your mom, talking smack about your family. You're giving out all the deets. So it doesn't make any sense that you would just conveniently leave it out in this one video. And second of all, if he says that, oh, it's because I was embarrassed, he said that his initial reaction was embarrassment in 2004. So why would he still be embarrassed in 2022? At this point, he would have realized that it actually was a commendable thing to do and wouldn't be ashamed to tell that story. So there's no reason why it would be completely left out of this video. So let's go ahead and watch. Let's go ahead and watch, guys.
Now, a lot of you are wondering, like, you know, why is it I don't work and I don't have a job? Quite honestly, after 9/11, there was a series of events that just happened, like the actual tragedy. And then also...
And also, I will put the link out real quick if anyone wants to come up. What's up, HB? Good stream last night. You made me want to do some freestyle rapping, bro.
What happened afterward?
No, I prefer only come up to talk about this specific subject. Okay.
Tragedy, and then also what happened afterwards, like the way, like my job treated me, and then the way my girlfriend treated me, the way after my job treated me a certain way, and the way my friends treated me after my girlfriend treated me a certain way. So this chain of events causes very.
I've watched this video many times. You can't tell. Because it's so funny, within itself, without the fact that like he has made a post that completely contradicts this whole thing that shows that he's a fucking liar. It's so funny in itself to be like, I quit my job because like I quit corporate America because of 9/11 and the way my girlfriend treated me and the way my job treated me and whatever, years after 9/11 happened, as an explanation 20 years later for why he currently does not have a job. It is the most, it's truly comedic to blame 9/11 for not having a job in 2025. It is funny, or 2022 when this was filmed. Well, his wife. Yeah, exactly. Oh, they're definitely. They're recording this right now. They're gonna make some shorts out of it. So have fun with that, Rich. But all you're gonna do is just bring more attention to my channel and this video exposing you as a complete fucking liar.
Why is it I don't work and I don't have a job? Quite honestly, after 9/11, there was a series of events that just happened, like the actual tragedy, and then also what happened afterwards, like the way, like my job treated me, and then the way my girlfriend treated me, the way after my job treated me a certain way, and the way my friends treated me, the way after my girlfriend treated me a certain way. So this chain of events caused this very traumatic syndrome, a PTSD syndrome, that caused a lot of anxiety with me. And
so he says, yeah, PTSD, had anxiety, and that's why he left his job so far. Let's see if any of this story comes up here again of to caretake for my sister. Let's keep our ears peeled for that. So far we have a mental illness.
And I was still working, even though I got laid off, and I found another job, and I was kind of cruising along, but things weren't right. I mean, I was seeing a doctor. One doctor I was seeing 3 times a week, and another doctor I was seeing once a week at the same time. So that's 4 times a week I was going to a doctor, and they had me on medications as well as therapy because I was not doing well. I was depressed, and this was around 2003. I had to quit working because I was very traumatized by the airplane. I had a very difficult time getting on an airplane. In fact, I had a job interview with a company called Medavante, and Medavante was in Minneapolis, and I was in New York City.
Exactly. He just has excuses up the wazoo. He says, oh, well, somebody has to stay home and whatever. It's like, you could just get something part-time or work from home, like, so that your wife doesn't have to go and relapse in New York every few months. Go be jumping over fences, like screaming in the neighborhood, crashing cars, jumping out of cars is what she did. And he says, no, I would still rather just, be a little mooch who's not really working, make my wife go through all this trauma. And, he talks about his PTSD, and it's funny because in my last video, I was researching like the effects of prostitution. And 68% of women that engage in prostitution as a career have PTSD. 68%. But of course, his mental health is more important than his wife's.
And I had a car lined up, everything planned like I normally do. And I was supposed to be picked up at 5 a.m. The car was outside, and I canceled the car. And I canceled the reservation, and they called me, what happened? Where are you? And I just couldn't make it. And the fact is, I just could not get on that airplane. A lot of times when I see airplanes flying, I think they're going to hit a building. I mean, it was very traumatizing.
Okay, so he's scared of airplanes. He's traumatized from 9/11. Somehow that correlates with quitting your corporate job 3 years later. Okay.
So I couldn't fly anymore. Not the way I used to, anyways. But just the anxiety, like of an interview and everything, was too much. So I quit working. I left Manhattan, and I moved back to my parents' house in Westland, Oregon.
It's perfectly cool to take a mental health break. I think that it's totally valid. I think everybody, if you are going through a severe mental health crisis, or, You know, it's a medical, just like, yeah, go on medical leave. That doesn't mean it's a valid excuse to just not work forever for the rest of your life if you get help and you can heal from that.
And then I learned to bartend. I got a couple jobs bartending, something really low stress. And I moved to Aspen,
Bartending, low stress.
Colorado, and I lived there
Bartending is such a stress. Whatever.
For a season. I really liked it. It was very, very easy. It was just very boring in a sense. Once you kind of, at first it was very, very.
So we're 2 minutes in. We're around, like, I don't know, 2007 at this point. No mention of his sister. Absolutely no mention of his sister.
Exciting because it was hard. I sucked at it. You know, and everybody else was really good at it. So I'd practice, and study, practice. It took me like a year, you know, of really practicing and studying, like, you know, working and doing stuff. And I was really, really engaged in it. And eventually it became really good. And in fact, one of the best. And so, and I was 36, and so 36 years old and 35 years old. And so I was in Aspen. And I got a really good job at the Little Nell. And the Little Nell is a really...
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, my God. See, this sucks because we're going to have to listen. This is what we have to do, guys, is we have to listen. I'm sorry. We are all going to suffer through this entire video of his stupid bartending experience that nobody cares about. Because if I skip or clip or skip anything, move forward, I will be accused of clipping this out of context. So we're going to get the full context here, okay? Workplace burnout is normal. He's talking like he's the only one who is affected. And he has to separate himself from the job for us all together. Yeah. I sent you that video of him justifying Joy doing crack in 2020. Yes, I saw that. I did see that very clearly, Joy holding a crack pipe. And it's like, he thinks that, like... I'm eating tomatoes here. He thinks it's some dunk to be like, oh, Ava's also done drugs in the past. It's like, bro, I didn't stream it. I'm talking about your streaming history. I did not stream myself smoking crack. That is next level crazy.
Really high-end restaurant out there at the 5-star 5 Diamond. So I learned all about cuisine there. I learned all about wines. I mean, they had an inventory of $1 million worth of wine in the basement. So I learned all about Montrachet, everything. So that was a great experience. And then from there, I came back home to work with my dad because he had gotten cancer.
Okay. So, he came back to work with his dad. He said, what did he say, in like 2007? We're 3 years past when he left his corporate job. No mention of this. No mention of this. And it's interesting because he still could have made himself look good, because here he's saying that he went to go help his dad a few years later. He went to go help his dad. So it's like, dude, if you want to look like a good guy and you know, make a nice LinkedIn post talking about why there's a gap in your resume or whatever, you could have just gone with that. I don't know why you have to lie, but I do know why he has to lie, is because this goes along perfectly with his grifter story of how he gets everybody to you know, think that he's this wonderful, amazing person and donate money.
He got sick, and that was in 2007. My mom wanted to go be close to her family, and my dad knew.
It's just like the fact that he's lying about this so blatantly just brings up a whole nother list of questions for me. Because I had never even made the connection of like how blatant of a lie this is. I'm like, how many other parts of this story are not true? Because honestly, I have like kind of dropped that a while ago because I'm like, hey, he has his little lies and whatever. But I want to focus on what I truly have really solid evidence for that is completely undeniable. I don't want to speculate about the situation. But with this is making me want to speculate again.
He was going to die. I didn't know he was going to die, but he knew he was going to die. Experience. And then from there, I came back home to work with my dad because he had gotten cancer.
It's like, you know, he's telling all of his personal life stuff, all of the tragedies, whatever. So why would you not include the sister thing if that's what happened?
He got sick, and that was in 2007. My mom wanted to go be
It's not like he's not, sharing every intimate detail.
close to her family, and my dad knew he was going to die. I didn't know he was going to die, but he knew he was going to die. They knew he was going to die. They didn't tell me. They said, hey, can you just run the store while we're down there? And I said, sure, no problem. I thought it'd be a couple weeks, turned a couple months, turned into 4 years. And eventually he died with me, closing the store down and ending it. It was weird. Timing is very, very interesting. I sold the store, sold the business, and then he died. And that was in 2011. And mind you, this whole time, I'm still struggling with this depression. I'm very distracted with the business. I'm very distracted bartending. I'm very distracted in Aspen. I'm very distracted moving around. Very distracted with my dad's sickness. I'm very distracted with a girlfriend I was dating.
Nepotism, babe. Nepotism.
That was just dating me for the money. I was very distracted.
Or he just got crazy brain damage between that period. Maybe he used to be competent, and then I don't know. After he met Joy, things went really haywire for him.
With the business and all the things that go wrong with running a retail business. In fact, I opened a second business. I expanded. So I was very, very, very busy. But in between, when I wasn't busy, I was depressed. And
4 minutes in, zero mention of his sister.
That turned to a lot of bitterness, a lot of depression, a lot of anger. Oh, the fan came on. I got to turn this thing off. Hold on. Sorry about that. Blowing you guys out there with the fan. So this was so I'm running the business. I have this girlfriend, she's kind of a hoochie mama. And my friends are making fun of me a little bit. She drinks a lot. Anyway.
Give me that hoochie mama. Who knows that song?
She's bulimic, and she's vomiting all. Anyway.
Oh, so this is a type that he has. I don't even remember hearing this part. He said he was dating a hoochie mama. His ex was a hoochie mama bulimic. Shaggy got a type.
Anyways, but I have this really nice condo, and I'm kind of living what would appear to be the high life, because I'm living downtown Portland, Oregon. I'm living in a condo. I've got a business out in Westland. I've got a business downstairs. It appears that things are going very, very good on the outside. But on the inside, I am very, 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 very depressed. So by the time 2011 comes around...
Okay, so reasons that we've gotten so far. He had anxiety. He had PTSD. He was scared of airplanes. He was scared of airplanes. He was dating a hoochie mama, bulimic. His dad got sick. His dad had some tragedy. He opens up about the personal tragedy and whatever. So he can't say that he was holding back because he didn't want to talk about personal stuff. Because you're talking about your dad, you're talking about your dad's tragedy. Why are you not talking about your sister's tragedy? Like you said in this post. In 2004, I made the difficult decision to leave my high-paying job to take care of my sister who suffers from schizoaffective disorder. At the time, many people did not understand my choice. He's saying all these things like garner sympathy and stuff. So why would he not be saying yeah, I left my job to care for my sister and, people didn't understand or whatever. None of that is included in this long-winded, detailed, personal story. None of it.
This is September 6th, so this would be 10 years ago. My dad dies. A friend of a friend, this girl, she's taking care of me. She's driving me around, and she's crazy in a sense. But she says that I'm depressed. And it's the first time I'd ever heard that. And of course I didn't accept it. I was like, she's crazy. I knew I had issues. I knew I had problems. I thought my problems were that I drank too much, that I did too much cocaine, that I thought my problems were addiction, the symptoms. I thought my problems were the symptoms of what was happening. I didn't realize that I was actually depressed, and that was the issue. And until I dealt with the depression, I could deal with the symptoms all I wanted. I could deal with the beef.
Yeah, Rich does have 7 DUIs and an extensive criminal record. Lots of drug possession charges. He likes to bring up the fact that I've experimented with a few hard drugs. I've never gotten arrested for it. I don't have a long, extensive criminal record for it. You were a whole nother level, Rich. You were a whole nother level. And another thing that I want to point out is he says here, #caregiving. #caregiving. And he also also, I'm gonna find this really quick. Claims to be a caregiver again. Hold on. In like a little post that he made trying to clap back at me for the video I just released. He does this thing where he goes #caregiver. Let's find it real quick. God, dude, he spams so much. I took a screenshot of it if he deleted it. Okay, yeah, let me find the screenshot because he does this a multitude of times. Keep playing this in the meantime. Hold on.
Obesity, I could deal with, drinking too much. I could deal with doing too much cocaine or doing any cocaine. I could deal with those things all I wanted, but until I dealt with the depression, it was just going to manifest itself in different ways. That's why I stopped working. So after 2011, my dad dies. Sell the business. I had a...
Okay, here we go. Here it is. Yet again. I don't know. I don't know why he's deleting these posts either. Just screaming guilty to me. It says this is so ironic. #caregivers, not con artists. #caregivers, not con artists. #family receipts. #timeline matters. The timeline does indeed matter, Rich. It matters a lot. It matters a lot. And your timeline, Rich, does not add up at all, right? So we have #caregivers, not con artists. But take a looky look at this real quick. The irony that he included caregiver, not con artists.
We're not Annette's caregivers. I'm her brother and that's her sister. We're just doing this out of love. This is not a requirement. It's not required by law. And that's a 50-year-old adult. We're helping her because I love her. So this caregiving, we have to do this. No, we're not.
He cannot stop lying and contradicting himself. I mean, did we all just hear that? He says #caregivers, not con artists.
We're not Annette's caregivers. I'm her brother and that's her sister. We're just doing this out of love. This is not. We're not Annette's caregivers. I'm her brother.
Are you hearing what I'm hearing? Are you hearing what I'm hearing? The lies stack up. Oh my God. It's like, bro, if we were playing a game of Jenga right now, the stack would be so goddamn high. We're pulling all the Jenga pieces out right now. The tower is about to fall, Rich. The tower is about to fall.
Website. I sold that. I had some cash. I meet Jedi Joy, but she's depressed, and we get together. It's like that Mickey Rourke.
What was that? What was that? What do you really have to include like a shitty butt pic in there? Why is that necessary? Is that like a little sly advertisement?
My dad dies. Sell the business. I had a website. I sold that. I had some cash. I meet Jedi Joy, but she's depressed, and we get together.
Why? Are you that insecure? You have to you're trying to flex your. What is this? You just got done saying your dad died, and now you're showing us gooner pictures. I don't know if he's ever admitted to. It's on his criminal record. Possession of meth is on his record. And his record is on Reddit. I think I'm allowed to show it. It's also in the HFF archive of my Discord, which I will put an invite link in the chat right now. If you want to join. We have a whole archive in there.
It's like that Mickey Rourke.
I have archives on 4 different channels.
Movie, Barfly. I'm like, she's my Faye Dunaway. And I'm like, man, I'm just going to sit around and drink with her and party with her. And we're going to take my money. We're going
Okay. Now he's drinking. He's partying. They're going to be homeless by choice, doing all that. This does not sound very commendable to me, Rich. This does not sound like you made the difficult decision to leave your high-paying job to take care of your sister. It sounds like you left it to go bartend, initially help your dad out a little bit, and then go party. Interesting.
Going to go to Panama, and that was it. I wasn't planning on coming back ever. I didn't plan on coming back. I went to Panama.
He wasn't even going to come back. He was going to leave his fucking family in the dust, man. He was going to leave them in the dust. Doesn't sound like this. Doesn't sound like this. Eventually, I realized my sister was navigating life with a mental disorder, and I needed to step in to support her. Yet you're saying you were going to move to Panama and never come back.
I figured we just...
The only reason that they came back, you're going to hear it in a second, is you say, oh, well, they came back because they heard that the sister was doing bad, even though he claims she was doing bad in 2004. So I don't even know how that works. There's just so many contradictions. Oh my God. But the reason why they came back is because they couldn't afford it, or there wasn't enough job opportunities there.
Go there, and when things ran out or whatever, I don't know, just point is that it wasn't a good space. But in 2012, we're floating around, and it's the end of the world. 2013, we're in Panama. We stayed past our visa. We weren't coming back. I don't know. It's like we just decided that maybe we should come back. And I thought, hey, that's a great idea. Let's go to Vegas, and we'll...
Okay, so they just decided... Okay, so they ran out of money, and then they went to Panama. And then they were in Panama, said we're never going to come back, but then just decided to come back. And I remember in another stream, I don't have a receipt for this, so you'll just have to take my word for it, but I do remember in another stream him saying the reason they left Panama is because there's not that many job opportunities there. And that's when Joy initially went back into prostitution again, I believe. I'm not 100% certain, but yeah, there's no mention of, oh, we came back to Vegas because of our family issues, because of the sister or whatever. There's no reason he wouldn't bring up the sister, because he brought up his dad and the dad's issues. So why would you not bring up your mom, coming back for your mom? If that's the reason why you came back, why wouldn't you say that? It would make you look good. So why wouldn't you say it? Because it's not the truth. It's not the truth.
We'll just eat some really good buffets and gamble and drink some free booze. So in
they came back to party.
2013, Joy and I moved to Las Vegas with the plan on dying. I didn't bother to get an ID. I didn't bother to get a driver's license, and I didn't feel the need to unless I needed it. And eventually I needed an ID.
Speed running life, full blown addiction.
ID, of course, of some sort. So I got a local ID, but I had no need to get a driver's license. I just didn't want to get back engaged in anything. I like being completely off the grid. That was fine with me. And that was 2015, and we were just cruising along. And
okay, so she left. She was leaving Panama to go to Vegas to work. Just me would know. Who's going to New York with her? Nobody. She goes by herself. No shot. These two are sober. They smoke weed constantly, all day. Daniel, stop glazing. Holy fuck. I'm just a particularly an expert on these two and the Thorpes because I've been watching for a long time, made a video on these two. So I just happen to have a lot of knowledge stored up in here from that. Is promotion. Yeah. Don't you have to be on an airplane to get to Panama? I'm saying, and somebody was saying earlier that he had to get on an airplane to go to Oregon but then he's scared of flying. It's whatever. It's all excuses, bro. It's all excuses. It's all bullshit. Yes. Yeah. They have their old channel, The Jedi in Panama. Yeah. And there's a video where they show the setup where Rich is oh gosh, I wonder if I can find this video actually. Basically Rich, he goes and he would just hide in the bedroom and then would just be right in the other room, just one wall dividing them while Joy is meeting her clients and doing whatever. He'd just be in there twiddling his thumbs with his headphones on while she's making the money for him.
And then 2016 happened, and what happened is that Nevada legalized marijuana. I thought to myself, hey, I'm just kind of sitting here doing nothing anyways, just wasting the days away Why not smoke some weed while I waste away watching Judge Judy? It might make it more interesting for me. My intent was to get high, to get stoned, to get blasted, to kind of check out. But what happened was, it actually cured my depression. It was an accident. I was smoking it, and I was smoking a lot of it, but slowly, after about a year, my depression started easing off, and I started coming out of it. In 2 years, and then longer, and then here we are. That was 2016, and I would say by 2019.
Okay, so now we are halfway through the video. We're in 2016, 2017. He's talking about how weed cured his depression, his mental illness, or whatever, which is the reason why he wasn't working, because he was mentally ill and he was partying and whatever. Still no mention of his sister. Still no mention of what he's telling everybody on LinkedIn. In 2004, I made the difficult decision to leave my high-paying job to take care of my sister Annette, who suffers from schizoaffective disorder. At the time, many people did not understand that I am lying to you.
I was pretty much getting through it.
People don't understand he's lying.
But now, in 2021, I can look back and clearly say that I was depressed.
He doesn't full-out lie. Let's make that very clear. He does not full-out lie. What he does is he adds details, he exaggerates. When something looks really bad, he will full out lie and deny it, like he did today, trying to say that like he'd only hung out with Hormaxer once. He will occasionally do the blatant lie like he did right there when he thinks that he can get away with it, or he really, needs to do some damage control. But yeah, he does these little lies, a bunch of details and switching up of the story. The main part that he claims now about having come in and helped Annette's condition improve and the house be cleaner and stuff, that part is true. But it's all of these details around it where he's lying that you can't trust the origin story. You can't quite, I don't know if I quite trust the whole gambling story. The Glory gambled away the whole money after seeing stuff like this. It's the details that, that the devil's in the details.
I had trauma, and now I've made it through it. If I hadn't started smoking weed, that I might be...
I think that it's because they did not, a lot of the motivation for what they have done in that house is not just this soulless, selfless act. There was motivation to, there's certain aspects that are not as selfless as they would like you to believe. Like, they're not these saintly people,
I would definitely be obese today. I'd be overweight and unhealthy today. I would not be sane. Like the way I was very afraid of everything. So I was afraid to live. I was afraid to die. So if that makes any sense, I would get mad enough that I would want to destroy everything, including myself. It was very important for me to get through some of these anger issues, for me to get through with my life. Anyways, that's kind of the story. I mean, that's it. That's why.
Honestly, giving him the benefit of the doubt, because people could take this and people could spin it and say he's literally conning people. He's low key. He's coming off like a con artist. People could say that, or you could say that he is a pathological liar and he actually has a pathological, psychological, maybe diagnosable mental illness of pathological lying or something like that, which would actually maybe be a little bit better of a look, because it's kind of okay, it's something maybe you can't even control. I don't know. Why are these two hoots against drinking caffeine? Because they think that caffeine is a drug. I don't, dude. I don't know. They just think it's an addictive drug, I guess. And they feeling superior to other people because they'll constantly be you're addicted to caffeine, you're addicted to XYZ, whatever, sugar. They love to come at people and say that you're addicted to sugar and shame them for that. I don't know. It's weird. I think it's a thing of they want to feel superior in a certain way. They're well, our only vice is weed, and it's actually a medical treatment. I don't know.
I haven't worked, so it's been since 2011, I haven't worked because I was depressed. I mean, before that, I wasn't working in banking because, I couldn't fly.
Okay, so there we go. Summarized right there for everybody. He says, around 2011... Oh, shit. Oopsies. Hold on. Around 2011, from 2011 to this moment, he said he wasn't working because he was depressed. And before that, it was because he couldn't fly. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's the answer. Where in this story? Rich, does this tie in? In 2004, I made the difficult life decision to leave my high-paying job to take care of my sister. Where's that part?
2011 comes around, and this is September 6th. So this would be 10 years ago. My dad dies. I'm a friend, this girl, she's taking care of me. She's driving me around. And
I would love an explanation, because I mean, we've been going through this stream. I'm trying to think of everything he could possibly say to justify this. I think what he's going to end up doing is saying that, like, I don't know how he's going to explain this. He's either going to have to be, I didn't want to say it in the video. I didn't want to talk about my sister in that video. But there's no reason why, because he's talking about other personal life stuff. So there's no reason why. It wouldn't make sense why he didn't want to talk about his sister in that video. And I guess the other way he could explain it away is he could just say, oh, I was like exaggerating for my LinkedIn because like everybody lies on their resume. That's the best he's going to have, is one of those two options. I can't imagine what else. I mean, how do we think he's going to explain this away? You know, he's talking about all of his family drama and trauma. They're talking smack on his mom all the time on this old channel right here. You know. And it would make you look a lot better than just saying, I'm afraid of flying. I'm afraid of flying, even though you flew a bunch after 9/11. It would be a much more respectable story and a good look if you had said, you know, I left due to helping my family. Nobody can question that. If you said that, that would make you look like a goddamn saint. Which is why he realized, oh, I could look even better if I say this version of the story. Because he made this post 2 years after that video. Let's keep moving.
And she's crazy in a sense, but she says that
He left banking right here. Hold on. Oop.
Living in a condo, I've got a business out in Westland, I've got a business downstairs. You know, it appears that things are going very, very good on the outside. But on the inside, I am very, 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 very depressed. So by the time 2011 comes around, and this is September 6th, so this would be 10 years ago, my dad dies. I'm a friend, you know, this girl, she's taking care of me, she's driving me around, and she's crazy in a sense, but she says that I'm depressed.
Yeah, he says it in the very beginning. If you want to look it up, this video is on Jedi Rich creative producer channel titled Why I Quit Corporate America After 9/11. He says it in the very beginning that he left his corporate job around 2003, 2004.
And it's the first time I'd ever heard that. And of course I didn't accept it. I was like, she's crazy. I knew I had issues. I knew I had problems. I thought my problems were that I drank too much, that I did too much cocaine, that I thought my problems were like addiction, like the symptoms. I thought my problems were the symptoms of what was happening. I didn't realize that I was actually depressed, and that was the issue. And until I dealt with the depression, I could deal with the symptoms all I wanted. I could deal with the obesity. I could deal with, you know, drinking too much. I could deal with doing too much cocaine or doing any cocaine. I could.
Such a quack. By the way, I just want to do a disclaimer, guys, that for the vast majority of people, weed is not going to be what cures your depression. I mean, in a lot of cases, like it's possible, you know, it worked for him or whatever, but don't take everything this man says with a grain of salt. Obviously, I don't think any of you guys are really listening to him seriously, but on the off chance that you are, smoking weed all day, every day, for most people, I'd say 50% plus of people that I know, this is just anecdotal, but like it's going to make you more tired, more lethargic, you know, more just indulgent upon like chilling, relaxing, but like not really doing good stuff for yourself. I'm sure there's studies to back that up, but maybe for some people it can work, but it's a little bit quackery to me.
Deal with those things all I wanted, but until I dealt with the depression, it was just going to manifest itself in different ways. That's why I stopped working. So after 2011, my dad dies. Sell the business. I had a website. I sold that. I had some cash. I meet Jedi Joy.
Yeah, this is just what I looked up. I just looked up like effects of marijuana on depression. Marijuana use and depression often go hand in hand. If you have depression, you're twice as likely to use marijuana than someone who doesn't. Recent research suggests people with the condition use it to treat their symptoms. Some research says it can help you feel better, but the FDA in the short term, but the FDA hasn't approved it. Studies show when you have depression, marijuana can increase your risk for some serious problems. So it's hit or miss. Yeah, I'm about right when I say like 50% of people, because some people it can help them feel better, but for other people it won't. Like one study found about 20% of people who use marijuana for depression said it lowered their motivation. But yeah, I'd say seek other treatment methods before this, or maybe use it as like, supplemental. Just be careful.
Yeah, it's like that Mickey Rourke movie, Barfly. I'm like, she's my Faye Dunaway. And I'm like, man, I'm just going to sit around and drink with her and party with her.
Oh, yeah, accidentally rewinded.
On my 20 year from sales, basically, because I don't know bartending and running a hardware store counts in corporate America for anything, so those are all just life experiences. But as far as sales, I mean, I'm very good at it. So that's something that I'm very confident I can do. The issue is like, how do I get from point A to point B? Then the other issue is that Jedi Joy,
if you're so good at sales, why don't you go back to that? It's so easy to get a sales job. Talk therapy. Yes, Linda, this is going to stay up. Big Lebowski syndrome? I haven't heard that. Did Rich leave his job or was he fired? That's the real question here. That's the ultimate question that I would love to have answered, but I don't think we will ever get an honest answer about that. He's always comparing real life to movie plots. Makes you wonder where he gets all his ideas from. Most of the scalpers are huge addicts and degenerate. He was one of the best scalpers down Fenway too. Oh, okay. How many strikes? Just one. Yeah. Right now. I counted it though. I think it's fair use. But also, YouTube doesn't. The thing with YouTube is that they don't give a fuck about the smaller channels, and the fact that he has 370K subscribers, they're gonna take what he has to say more seriously. In his channel, if you're just a passerby, and this is the issue, is that a lot of people, they discover his channel, and this is why I do feel a need to bring attention to this, is because it does look like a very wholesome channel. Off the bat, like they do a good job of lying to their audience and making themselves look like these saintly people and stuff, with their lies and exaggerations of the details of what the actual situation is. And people don't realize, like, if you were a YouTube reviewer and this is why they just took the whole thing of, oh, he's a Nets caregiver, and so he filed this is why YouTube took the privacy strike of my initial video when he said that I was violating his sister's privacy. He claimed to be his sister's caregiver, even though right here we see that he's not. But it looks like he is, so they took that at face value. But he's not allowed to be her caregiver because they both have extensive criminal records.
We're not Annette's caregivers. Yeah. I'm her brother.
Why he says it on stream, he tries to make it very clear, but then he'll do the hashtags to make people think he's a caregiver. Hashtag caregivers, not con artists. But he also has to say on stream here, because he can actually get in big trouble, I think, if he's claiming to be the caregiver. Yeah, okie dokie, that's on the most recent video that I made on my channel. Shows that. Back to this though. But yeah, so YouTube just bought that because you can file a privacy strike on YouTube if you are like the legal guardian or caregiver of like somebody that you're caring for. You can claim that if like they're not a kid, but they are like disabled. So that's what he did. I did appeal to YouTube and they just don't give a fuck because of your small channel. So he's just abusing his power. And I'm like, shit, do I need to like buy hella subs to just be able to compete? But like, I'm not going to buy subs because that just fucks up your channel in the algorithm.
There's nothing that I can do, which we got a little bit argued, like I said, about me getting a job like to do, but I think it's important that I'm available. I'm here because I'm not dead.
Oh, do you see, even before, because now he claims, let's listen to that one more time. Hold on.
The other issue is this, is that there's life experiences, but as far as sales, I mean, I'm very good at it. You know, so that's something that I'm very confident I can do. The issue is like, you know, how do I get from point A to point B? Then the other issue is this, is that Jedi Joy, she's concerned that there's nothing that I can do, which we got a little bit argued, like I said, about me getting a job like to do, but I think it's important that I'm available. I'm here because I'm...
No, this is before they're involved with the sister or the family at all. Joy's hounding him about getting a job. And now, current day, his excuse is, oh, the reason I don't have a job is because I have to, like, take care of my family and whatever, which you can still get a job, make money from home, figure out something, right? Let Joy stay home some of the time, maybe, and just do something so that she doesn't have to be going to New York and relapsing and whatever. And getting PTSD and all this shit, risking her fucking life, bro. One of the riskiest careers ever. But anyways. He just comes up with any excuse that he can. He just doesn't want to work because he was coming up with excuses like this before even being involved with his current family now. So it's all bullshit.
I'm not dead. I thought I was. It's important. The issue is like, you know, how do I get from point A to point B? Then the other issue is this, is that Jedi Joy, she's concerned that there's nothing that I can do, which we got a little bit argued, like I said, about me getting a job like to do, but I think it's important that I'm available. I'm here because I'm not dead.
Well, I thought I was manipulating her and being like, I need to be available for you, Joy. So you need to do all the work, and I'm not gonna work because I want to be an available boyfriend for you. It's total fucking bullshit.
I was, but now I'm not, and I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about how the world works. I've learned a lot about people, not just rich people. Not just people you work with, but all people, all the way down. Like, I know those people. I know their names. They know my name. We've shared smokes together. You know, I've got to know people. I've served drinks to drunks, rich and poor.
Okay. So now we're talking about all of his life experiences, all of the lessons that he's learned. Nowhere in here has he learned any lessons or still, 10 minutes in now. Nothing about any of this. Let me turn my fan down. Not one word. You would think that maybe he'd talk about the lessons that he learned from this, which seemingly seems like sounds like such a huge component of the story and something that maybe you would have gleaned some kind of lesson from. So very interesting that he's, even upon reflection after telling the story, I'm like, maybe he'll include it in the little reflection part at the end. Not even here.
So I've seen a lot. I get to know people, and that's really good. The other thing is that I know that people want to be healthy, that they feel better when they're fit and thin. And I learned how to lose weight. I learned how to be fit just by changing the diet, by controlling what you eat, by not eating certain foods.
Honestly, it's wild. He's made medical breakthroughs here, guys. Rich learned how to not be fat. What an accomplishment. You cracked the code.
Right now I'm feeling a little chubby because over the weekend I had chicken. Chicken's one of those foods it doesn't sit right with humans.
Oh my god. That line actually makes me sad for him right there. He feels fat because he had chicken. That's just sad as fuck. Dude, like, they need some kind of ED intervention, bro. That's crazy. Who the fuck feels fat after eating chicken? Is like one of the healthiest meats. They're in like this weird, because they're in like this weird beef cult, man. Let me read the chat a little bit here. My theory is they're waiting for Gloria to pass to take over her property. Could be I don't know. Or sadly, she will relapse by the weekend. Yeah, I will be. I hope that I eat my words. I hope that she doesn't. I don't hope for anybody to relapse or anything, But I have a bad feeling about it. It's a trend that happens every single time she goes to New York. Yeah, I won't be surprised at all if she does. I will be very surprised if she does not relapse. Used car salesman skill tree maxed out. Rich has Joy so manipulated that she believes it's all her idea. It's so sad. I completely agree with that. They can no longer use their net as their excuse to be in that home. Use a net as their excuse to be in that. Oh, I see the typo. A net as their excuse to be in the home. A net is doing great. They could easily move into an apartment close by. That way, they can still come check on her. They just won't. I mean, I don't know. I see that they have like. It's just like they do bring in a little bit of extra income to be able to like pay the rent, because I think that the rent is a little more expensive than what Annette and Gloria bring in. So I don't know if I fully agree with that, but they could move out and help subsidize her, but then they'd also have to pay their own rent. So I kind of get why they stay there currently, but I mean, it's like, I don't know. They could be doing I feel like they could make it work to where like they could give Gloria her bedroom back and move out if Rich would be willing to get a real job with his extensive resume of being like if he really was a CEO, a full-blown CEO, and has all this extensive corporate experience in banking, you would think that he'd be able to get a pretty decent cushy job to be able to afford to like help his family out just a little bit with what they need and then get his own place. Because they always talk about how slow and bad business is in Vegas now. So I don't think Joy is pulling in that much. That's why she's going to New York, because they're not like that career is fizzling out for her. She's getting too old. I can't work because I want to be an available boyfriend for you. Now hit the track and bring me back some motherfucking money, biatch. It's like Skyrim where you can reset stats and keep grabbing. I wonder if this dude's one of those types who are quiet when they're beamed up on crack. No, he be yapping, bro. He be yapping. Should we watch the crack video again? This is what they used to stream, dude. It's wild. Hold on. Let me bring this up for y'all. Present. I actually found the like original copy of this video.
So I know you guys are all wondering what's going on with Joy and everything. She's not really feeling like calling her. She's doing a really good job.
I'm sorry that the there we go.
You know, she talked to her sister, and the issue is that it's not so much that you know that her mom was murdered or shot, because you know she's pretty depressed. That's death happens, right?
So
But what doesn't happen is someone telling you that you're.
In this video, he's allegedly like tweaked the fuck out, which in my opinion, he's definitely tweaked out. In my opinion, he's definitely hardcore tweaked out. And I mean, it's like, yes, I've also been tweaked out in my life, so I know what it looks like. But even tweaked out, I never thought, oh, I'm gonna go live. It's just fucking nuts, dude. This was only a few years ago too, because you can see he's lost weight at this point. Like he looks, you know, this is not that far long.
Best friend
long ago.
Suicide and didn't bother calling you and just abandoned you at age.
And then he's talking about how they're sharing like the drugs.
20, resulting in you having to drop out of the Air Force because they thought she would be suicidal because her sister called her commander and told him. How does a person who never shot a gun in her life ever just? And shortly thereafter, he got together with Sarah, and they went out and had a gallivant at the time, and they've been very close ever since. But they were never close when Joy's mom was around. No, don't take my last picture. Come on. Okay, here on. I'll have to go, listen.
You can hear it jingling around. You can hear the glass pipe jingling around, because what they do when they smoke whatever like hard drug they're doing there, I don't know if it's crack or meth or whatever, allegedly in my opinion, but they do it out of like those little one hitter one-hitter pipes. You're gonna be able to see it in the video. Those little one-hitters that you can smoke weed out of them too. But it's a good thing to smoke the other drugs out of as well. It's a nice little like glass pipe.
Yeah, she's upset, and I want to jerk off here. So
She's upset, and I want to jerk off here.
before she loses it.
See, more evidence. Shoddy be horny. So I think it's the crystal. I think it's the clear, the METH.
Like we lost an Apple Watch. It disappeared. And
The Apple Watch disappeared, guys. He did not sell it off for more drug money. Definitely not.
here you go, Georgia.
And there he loads the thing for Joy. He says, "Here you go, Joy."
No, right there. So, one of the things too is that if you can be cordial in giving and sharing when you're doing this, then you've learned how to be giving and sharing. Because this goes in hits your brain. It hits the pleasure center for a second, and then you start thinking. Thinking about shit you don't want.
You can hear the lighter there. She's hitting it, and then where is it? About. So yeah, then she comes back for more.
Oh wait, no, hold on. You grab mine. This one. Okay.
Okay, there she has it. Hold on.
So when she gets upset, she distracts herself with this, and that's her right to
do that.
do that. Okay. So when
This line right here is so funny to me. It's her right to do that.
she gets upset, she distracts herself with this, and that's her right to do that. This is already.
Nah, it's literally not. It's literally not.
So we're allowed to do anything we want inside here.
Okay. So can you kill someone in there? Can you kill someone? And this is, I think they're staying in a motel. This one, I don't know for sure, but I'm sure they have a policy against this as well. But
Without any provocation
so there she is. She's holding it.
from
Oh,
management or neighbors
oh my God, it's so hard to get it like.
inside here without any provocation from management.
Okay, there it is. There it is, right there. One of those little one-hitters.
Neighbors or
And then she goes and she crouches down off camera to go do it.
And I've had issues with police because I'm
And it's funny because this, he tried to explain it. He tried to explain it away because I had never realized. He tried to explain this away, that it was just a weed pipe, but this is they never ever, because this is more recently. This was only 10 months ago on his stream, because they never ever smoke weed out of the one hitters. They always use their smoke air, their like fancy weed devices, typically like bongs and this like thing called the smoke air. That's always what they smoke weed out of. But then in this one stream, he accidentally showed this pipe right here, which looks like the same thing that Joy was using. Very interesting, just my opinion, all alleged. But yeah, back to this.
For some reason, it makes you. It's kind of attaches to you. Anyways, this isn't a diet one. That's another blog. This one is about like, yeah, why.
And can we get ones in the chat? When do we think that he looked better? Like, because I feel like he looked better when he had the extra weight on him. Like he posted this in Grace Thorpe's Discord server like a week ago, And people were like, what the fuck? He said this is his before, which his face just looks like he looks younger. And then this is the after. Like, which photo looks better to you? Like, this photo's just especially creepy, the way he's looking in the camera, his eyes all glassy and shit. But all right, he posted this in Grace's server, and then people this is like everybody's reaction, bro. He looks better. Even Grace is like, he looks better fat. People are like, what the fuck happened to you? Anyways, so everyone does talk shit in Grace's though, but I feel like in that particular situation, it's kind of a universal agreement that the before actually looks better. But you know, he's healthier now, so.
Why doesn't Jedi Rich work? So it's been 10 years, and you know, I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that, especially the laborers, or maybe some people, well, just go out there and get a job, and you know, you go out there and try, you know, punch a clock for a minute. Well, yeah, could do that, you know, and I've done that, and I have no problem doing that.
But you have no problem doing that. You literally fight to the death to be able to not do it. You send your wife to go relapse in New York every few months so that you don't have to work.
Just the phase of my life right now is that I need something that's
just a phase in his life, a phase in your life that's been coming up on 15 years now.
A little more interesting, that would utilize the skill sets that I have today. But otherwise, I'll be right in the same boat I was 20 years ago, where I'm, you know, punching the clock, making money. It doesn't matter how much money I'm making or how little, but I'll go back to that cycle where I'm just going to be waiting to die again. And I don't want to do that. I want to keep living. I want to be where.
He's depressed, guys. If he works, he's going to be depressed, guys. He's going to be depressed. Poor baby. We don't want you to be depressed. Everybody hates working, Richard. Everybody hates punching the clock, Richard. But that's what you gotta do, Richard. It's what you gotta do. You know how long red meat lays in the colon? I heard years. What skills does he have? I've said that he's explained it in the beginning. He used to be he claims he used to be a CEO. And he used to work as a banker, white collar. Yeah, man. And they'd be saying they're like poor and all this stuff, but Shaggy has 3. Have you guys seen his computer setup? Like his computer setup, I can't compete with that. Yeah, I can't compete with that. Computer stuff is very expensive. Computer monitors, incredibly expensive. He has 4 monitors and an Apple laptop, dude. And his computer is a nice computer. He's doing some high-level streaming and editing on it and shit. He denied the video of him listening next door exists, but Envy proved it. Wait, I don't know what you mean by that. Poor baby needs to live his life by sitting inside all day smoking weed. That's literally what he does. I mean, he smokes weed. I mean, I'll give him, you know, he does like the, you know, he helps out like his sister and his mom. But yeah, it's not, you could be doing a part-time job on top of that easily. CEO and bankers, those skills are counting cash living. Yeah, essentially.
Where I was at before 9/11, but better, you know, better than before. And that's what this blog's about. So,
I mean, it's like they showed recently too, like Annette is almost like independent enough to be going and doing her own job. Like she's applying for jobs. So it's like, she doesn't need your 24/7 care, like where you can't work at all. Like obviously, you know, she definitely has a certain level of independence.
What I'm doing right now is, you know, I applied to two jobs today. I believe it or not, I applied with Leafly. They're looking for an account executive, someone to do some sales. I think I could probably do that. And then
if he was still fat, I feel like a lot of the reason why, like, he needs to honestly put some weight on again, because like the way that he looks now does make him really look like a crackhead. Like here, I'm like, I would hire this guy to be like an account executive. I would not hire this guy. I would absolutely not hire this guy. Paired with his demeanor and stuff. So yeah, that also might be a reason why he's so struggling getting a job. I'll give him that. I mean, come on, would you hire this guy?
Northeast here in New York.
He's got to get some kind of like remote job where I don't know. I work full time and take care of 3 kids and my disabled mother. There is no excuse. Exactly. In this whole video, we can hear it's like, maybe I would take his excuses and I wouldn't write them off as excuses, and I would give him more credibility if this video didn't exist, which is essentially a video just making, I think at this point, like 10 different excuses as to why he doesn't have a job. Like, well, it's like PTSD from flying and shit, which doesn't even make sense. You're not flying for your job. Rich looks like Osama bin Laden. What? Oh gosh, I would hire the after picture to murder my. What the XP? What?
And I also applied with Weed Maps, also looking for a New York Northeast sales rep, and that's something that I could do. I know cannabis fairly well, and what I don't know, I certainly could learn, and it's something I'm passionate about because it saved my life.
That's what he smokes his weed out of. He smokes weed out of bongs. He loves bong. He doesn't smoke weed out of like. Hold on. There's like a video.
Yeah. Fly me to the moon.
And then see, he accidentally. I don't know. Just watching that video again makes me kind of like uncertain about, but then he's showing it here, so maybe it is just weed. I don't know, because in that one clip it looks like he's accidentally showing it, you know, and he's like, oh fuck, but then he has it in his hands there. But the way people are posting about this, like if he was on stream loading it up with weed, I don't know why people would be speculating about this. Where's my other tab? Here we go.
It helped me to get better. I would have no problem.
Dabbing you can also do with a bong. You just get a little dab piece for the bong. You can dab. I don't know. It's weird. The way he's sitting is a red flag. I'm saying the way he's like twitching and stuff.
Problem going out and doing something in the cannabis industry at a high level, at a business to business level, working to get people, you know, I don't know, whatever it is. I'm kind of open to a lot of different ideas. So for now, that's, I don't know, I feel like I need to explain myself more because, you know, it has been a...
Well, look, he's sitting here pontificating. Do I need to explain myself even more? Am I forgetting anything? Are there any aspects of the story? What else might I need to explain? Is he gonna finally remember this part of this post that he posted 2 years later? Maybe he's finally gonna remember. Oh yeah, I also left to go take care of my sister. So let's see if he remembers here.
So for now, that's, I don't know, I feel like I need to explain myself more because, you know, it has been a while, but I guess if there's any questions, just leave them down below in the comments and I'd be happy to discuss them. We'll do some live stuff too. I haven't done it live in a minute, but we'll get back to that. So thank you guys for watching, and please go ahead and subscribe or don't. It doesn't really matter.
No, he's just telling us to subscribe. Damn! I thought right there maybe he'd be like, oh, and I left the main primary reason why I actually left that I completely forgot to include is to take care of my sister.
Man, I'm not really into the views or subscribes anymore. I don't know if you guys picked up on that. But anyways, thank you.
Wow, and then it's just the outro. Wow. So maybe wait, let's read the comments. Let's read the comments. Maybe someone asked in the comments and he got to answer that. So let's see here. Twitch came out to me with an affiliate contract. 9/11 was a shockwave. Damn, Rich needs his own movie. Get it. There's Timmy time in there. Get a damn job, dude. Bringing a pimp for your wife isn't a damn job. LOL, your boy wishes he was married. Poor Timmy. Okay. Yeah, no, there's no extra elaboration. So he reflected on the full 20 years though in that, and no mention if you're just coming in. The reason why we are reviewing that is because he made a post 2 years after he made that video. He decided to go online, tell his whole LinkedIn. This is the first thing that comes up when you Google his name is and his name is also public, just to make that very clear. His name is in the description of his channel. We do not dox over here as he would like to accuse us of. But yeah, this is just the first thing that comes up when you Google him on his LinkedIn. He says, a brother's choice. I know I've read this a million times, but for anybody just coming in, a brother's choice, leaving a high-paying job in Manhattan to care for my sister. In 2004, I made the difficult decision to leave my high-paying job in Manhattan to take care of my sister, Annette, who suffers from schizoaffective disorder. At the time, many people did not understand my choice. As a young professional, I struggled to fully comprehend her diagnosis, and my initial reaction was embarrassment. Eventually, I realized that my sister was navigating life with a mental disorder, and I needed to step in to support her. Our mother was a neglectful parent, blah, blah, blah. With no real mother present, I had to leave my corporate position to find a role that would allow me to be more available for my sister. And so crazily, none of that is in his extensive recollection from 2001 to current day. In this video, he goes over every single possible reason of why he's not working, including opening up about personal family details. So there's no reason he would hold back on that. And that whole story never comes up. So I think that it's very fair to say this is a complete lie, completely made up here. Doing that for his LinkedIn, telling people he left his corporate job. He's made this claim quite a few times. He left his corporate job to help his sister. That is not true as far as I am gathering here, allegedly, in my opinion. That's just absolute bullshit. And it's so funny because literally the entire reason that I even found this today is because of him striking down my video here. And I just again want to say thank you to Richard for bringing this to my attention. Maybe this is kind of the karma that you get here, man. I think you're kind of being tagged for striking my shit, man. You're kind of being tagged. I would have never ever found this otherwise, Richard. So thank you for bringing this to my attention, giving me some free, easy content here. A nice little easy dunk yet again. And Rich segment is now. So what are we supposed to believe? His type words are the words that he speaks from his mouth. Ginger, I don't know. Maybe you should go ask him that. I have no idea. What he said first was the words that came out of his mouth. And then later he made this post 2 years later. So revising the story. So I would assume that, whichever is closer to the actual event is probably the real story, right? So that's what I would assume, is that what he tells in that video is the real story. But we'll see. I don't know if he's going to address this, or if you want to keep doing it back and forth, Rich, you can. If you want to keep promoting my channel and how funny I am on your channel, you can do that. But all you're doing is sending people over here to continually learn about how you lie to your audience. So I don't know, whatever you want to do, you're free to do it, I guess. So it's just giving me more content. I'd recommend that he focuses on his family, but I mean, if you want to give me more content, you are welcome to do that. I'm always open to making content about you, I guess. I would kind of like to move on to Breezy Briefs with Brooke, is somebody who fascinates me that I would kind of like to move on to. But if you want to keep doing this, we can keep doing it. Breezy Briefs with Brooke, and my love, Manar Reports. But yeah, so that's the end of the rich segment here. And his attention span isn't long enough to make it to this warning. He's just gonna keep effing up. Yeah. It's really funny just how everything that he does out of spite, like, just ends up making him look bad. Like, if he had never done this strike, I would have never put 2 and 2 together that he doesn't want this video out there. He doesn't want anybody to be seeing the why I left my corporate job video because of that post. So yeah, and if he wasn't trying to like troll me and do this like 4D chess thing by defending grooming, then you know, I would have never had that video essay to make. I wasn't even going to make that video on the Hormaxer reaction alone, but it's the compilation, and it's the fact that the Hormaxer thing plus all of his other weird defenses of sexual stuff plus the fact that he made the grooming posts defending grooming, all of that together of him trying to troll me and get a W on me, it just comes back to bite him in the ass every single time. It's really sad to just see an old man floundering like this. I'm like, focus on your family, dude. Seriously, just focus on your family. What's up, XP?
Yo, how we doing tonight, Ev?
I'm great. This was awesome. I'm very happy to just, you know, get an easy W. And I'm thinking of probably going over to, because I wasn't planning on going live. I wanted to go and play trivia with Lo, because I like am obsessed with her trivia streams. Like, it's so fun. But then I was like, okay, no, I need to impromptu do this after I found that like damning evidence, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty wild that Rich done fucked this shit up for himself and include you into all that backstory.
It's comedic, dude. He won't address it because he's probably gonna make another post about like I don't know, sugar and how if you like don't eat sugar you have a less chance of getting cancer, and then phrase it in a way where it sounds like it's a study that he personally did himself. and that was the funniest part, is that he phrased it in a way where it sounded like he was the one that found the cure for cancer or whatever, and not just the study for it. But yeah, oh, absolutely, yeah. Ava is allergic to the Bible. I was reading the Bible. We were reading all of the religious texts on stream last night. You know, I'm trying to get educated. Should we do a little reading hour real quick? Maybe all of us, we can go on some lessons. I've been reading The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene, and like there's just so much stuff that is applicable to like social media culture and stuff like that. Kind of want to read a little passage of that. Then I also want to hit up Lowe's page.
Were you really reading?
Yeah, dude, I was reading. I haven't read in a while, honestly, because I spend too much time on YouTube. Is OPC Dawn on this panel?
All right.
That looks like a
dead fucking
serious. Next to this guy, I can sit.
Should be very obvious.
No way.
And that guy was saying, "I don't want to sit next to this guy." So
Bob is here.
What's up, Bob? That's my uncle.
Fuck
That's
it.
my uncle right there.
Bob. You
Talk at all? Hold on.
I guess there.
Does he talk? When does he come up?
The volume of that stream is a little bit louder than your mic volume is, just so you know.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Is your mic fixed, OBC?
You guys tell me.
It is him! It is him! Oh my
We got
gosh!
everybody on there. NASCAR, Crack, everyone's up there.
I love when Crack comes on panels. But Crack is one of my favorite panel people personalities.
I've never heard Minister talk before.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
Oh, dude, he used to come up all the time on like John Galt and stuff. But
Oh wait, is he? I Need a Bong Hit? Is that the same guy? Am I getting confused?
No. Anita Barnhit is right below him.
Oh, okay. That's the green circle with the anime thing. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Isn't that Get Crack above that?
Yeah. Listen to this though, guys. This is the song that what I'm gonna do the rest of the day once I get off is edit this into a music video somehow, some way. I don't know if I'll be able to make it good because we don't have that much B-roll of like OPC and stuff, but Grace Thorpe's younger brother made a diss track on OPC, aka Lolcout Rejects, on this panel right now. He's like Grace's #1 simp, maybe #2, maybe he's been demoted. #3 simp, I don't know. At one point #1, but yeah, his brother he likes to just make music as a hobby, or her brother. And this is
John is
so
really
good. He samples the fall. He sampled the fall of when OPC tried to impress Grace by riding a tricycle down as a 50-year-old man riding a tricycle down the steepest ramp at a skate park. Very
the way
dangerous.
he worked that morning to the beat is crazy. It starts off so fucking hard.
What's the link? Here, I'll put it for you right now. Crack, I thought you were on Lowe's right now. I think I'm about to go on Lowe's after this because I want to do trivia. But if you want to hit up real quick to listen to this with us, you are more than welcome. I'll give him a second here. Actually, I'll just start playing it right now. Let me know if you guys can hear this. I think actually... Hold on. Yeah, let me download it.
Whatever you do, do not accidentally click on that shit below it. That's that shit you forgot to delete from my estimate.
Oh! Okay. Welcome.
What up, Crack?
Share screen. Window. Did you guys already do trivia over there? Is it still happening?
Okay, so Lowe is banning Dalmatian dog.
Why?
Yeah, I mean the reason why I'm over there is because she wants to ban Dalmatian dog because she thinks like Dalmatian dog is with Pickle, and you have to convince her. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Hold
understand
on.
like why you're not over there convincing her.
Okay.
Like,
I didn't know that was happening. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm going over right now.
I'm fucking busy over there sweeping everything that OPC's doing. It's like fucking
OPC.
shit. I don't got time for this, man.
Can you drop the link because it's not in her chat?
Oh man, I
StreamYard
closed
link
all
for
my
her?
shit too.
Wait, let me do the link.
Is it still in your browser history?
Just ask her on the damn thing. I closed everything.
Okay.
No, it's over. I do private windows. I don't got time for this shit.
Yeah, I knew you would.
Come on, you guys doing all this Discord and shit like drama. And, like I can't even keep up anymore.
What his
How the
issue
hell
is,
is this shit like 24 hours?
24. It really is. I've been trying to fucking.
He's up there like throwing him under the bus right now.
What? Are you kidding me?
Nope. There you go. That's why you got to go up there.
So
Otherwise, I'm not going to
How
convince
are you
him.
doing today?
Good. I just want to say I was the first one to call for a lifetime ban for Pickle. I don't think that was
Oh
acceptable.
my god!
Dalmatian let him back on the next night, and we've got to talk about that. But what I normally do is I'll get the panel going if they need me to, and then I go to bed. And
Okay, wait, hold on. What is the game?
Part,
what is the game plan here? Because here's the thing with Dalmatian.
See, you ain't keep.
I don't want to be like Dalmatian is, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. But he's a little bit not all there, so I don't quite put the blame on him as much for I've never heard him condoning what's.
No, yeah, that's the problem. They don't understand that. They think like, oh, he's the host. Yeah, he's the host. He's supposed to deal with it. Dude, Dalmatian is just like, dude, when he puts people on panel, he doesn't listen to them. He just goes back to the guest or something.
Oh yeah, Bob, you have the faces of like life is over. I don't blame you, bro.
Bob loved this shit.
My life is over.
Hello, guys. Welcome in, Ava. How are you?
Hey.
What's up, Ava?
Hey, how you doing, Ava?
What's up, guys? What's going on
G-Ball.
with the Dalmatian situation here? What happened?
I mean, we were kind of just going over whether or
missed
not
it.
people wanted to
Oh,
put
that was a lot
responsibility on him or not.
Here's the thing with Dalmatian is that he is just he's somewhat of an anti, and I mean no shade when I say this. Like he describes himself this way. He's somewhat of like an antisocial personality. He's not like quite, fully like present when he's on there. Like he's looking at his photos of like orange juice bottles, and just he's doing his own thing. Half the time he's not even listening. I've never heard him condone anything that Pickle has said or defend Pickle. It didn't even seem like he was near the mic when Pickle came up. So I don't know. I think this Dalmatian should be given a shot. Like I think deep down he's a nice guy. He's a little bit off. I mean, he thinks that the CIA is in his dreams.
Ava, what one person that you think's not off?
What?
You think everyone's a little off, do you not?
No, I
say
don't.
that almost about everybody?
No.
Who's one person that you talk to online or you even discuss that's not off, that you would think is an actual decent person and a well-rounded individual?
Low, Napstar, Universal,
Napstar?
Arian, Mike. I don't know who Eric is. I mean, Bob.
Arian uses a headset with the wand on it.
I don't, dude. Most people that it's
Okay.
I mean,
Sorry,
he's
Darren,
off.
I'm sorry,
He's
that was no
off
reason
in
for
the
that.
sense that, like,
That's
I mean,
fine.
he has his like paranoia. And
Why is
I
that
don't
his
know.
fault?
He's not a bad guy. I don't think he's a bad guy. I could,
Okay.
I could be proven wrong. Like maybe I'll eat my words, but from what I've seen so far, I don't think he's a bad guy.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy. He's not.
No.
He's a sweetheart.
I personally don't think he's a bad guy either, but the fact that he did let Spicoli up on the panel after hearing what he had said, even if he wasn't paying attention, I just think that was a very, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, he didn't think that through. You know what I mean? So
He's very negligent.
it ultimately
Negligent?
made him look bad.
But
Like,
you see, like I have the same opinion of Tommy. You see how like he made that comment about you, Lo, which is not okay.
What comment? Mike
The comment that you
Jordan?
said about Lo, and then like you see how, but in actuality, he's not a bad person. It's just
what do you?
Fortunately,
No, I can repeat everything I said was
don't know.
normal shit.
Except for the brown,
guys,
brown
you
man
guys
comment.
gonna fucking
The brown man comment was kind of off. Everything else was.
What
Well,
did I say about the brown man?
you said you wanted to be in the bathroom with him.
I want to save brown man's stupid jowly
Ava,
beard.
Ava, you
Yo,
just
where
said-
the
I want to
fuck
look at his
is Brown
eyeballs and
Man?
fucking shave his fucking beard.
He said he said like I wanted. He's like
Yeah,
you
take
said
him to
you
the
want to be in
bathroom
the
and do
bathroom.
crazy
You
things
said
with
you
him.
want to be in the bathroom with Brown Man.
Where else does he stream from?
Did y'all not catch that?
Yes, I know what he said.
So, like,
where does
are
he
you
stream
gonna
from?
be like, are you gonna be at like toilet level and him sink level, or what's the?
No, he.
Brown man's on the
Who knows?
sink.
There'd be two chairs and we.
Yeah, it's kind of a small bathroom.
That's his private place.
They're both kind of big.
So I'd like to be hanging out with him in his bathroom.
They'll be in the tub.
That'd be nice.
One will be on the bowl,
that
one will be
mean?
in the
Hang
tub.
out in the bathroom. That's just you phrase
Hey,
things.
shut up, bro.
Yeah, that's really gay, my boy.
Where? No, it's not. Where does he stream from? Maybe you guys need to pay attention where he streams from, and that meant that I would like to do a co-stream with him in the same area. That'd be like, oh, I want to be in Tommy's.
Sure.
That doesn't mean I want to be in camp. This is fucking crazy. This is why people like this can never fucking collaborate.
I will say, chicks do hang out together in the bathroom.
Oh, weird.
But not dudes.
Weird how I gotta take out the bullet and then
Not dudes, right?
Well, maybe it's time that we change.
Unless it's Tommy,
cultural change.
and that's different.
Mike, you would be sitting on, I would let you sit on my lap and you'd be happy about it.
No,
Okay?
thank you. Sorry.
Little fucker.
Listen, man.
What's going
I think
on?
you're
Have
a
you
nice
ever been in the
person,
back
but
seat
I
of a
would
car
think
and had to have
I'm-
somebody sit on your lap?
no, thank you.
Have
bro.
you've never dogpiled in a car and you've had somebody sit
I
on your
don't
lap?
know. I don't know
would
what.
let you
Yeah,
put one
no,
I'd let you
bro.
put one ass
What?
cheek on my leg, homie.
I don't know
Okay?
where the fuck this
That's
is coming
fine.
from.
It's
but-
fine.
Okay,
Sometimes you gotta
Tommy,
squeeze
real
in.
quick.
Fuck
I
yeah.
did
What?
ask you about, I want to say last week, whether you are gay or not and what makes a man gay. And if you kiss a man, does that make you gay?
What about
And
showing
you,
his penis? Because you asked him to show you.
I've never showed my cock online. not getting paid, and I've never kissed a man. Like,
Not
what
getting
up?
paid?
I've
Not
kissed-
getting paid. Not getting paid.
Not,
Yeah,
you heard that?
yeah,
Not getting paid.
Elaborate.
Everyone knows I've
Elaborate.
done this shit.
Uh-oh.
Shout
You're getting
out
yourself in trouble
to
here.
L. Hold on one second,
There
guys.
it
Shout out
is.
to L for the
Thank you,
$5
Universal.
super chat. He says Ava looks like July in a sugar baby model calendar. And shout out to you, L. I do appreciate you for tuning in and donating today.
Here's TK. There's TK coming in for low right there.
Thank you, L. Thank you, L. I appreciate that.
Well, you shouldn't have cut it. He was gonna fly into a bathroom. It was fitting.
I didn't.
Yeah, he was.
Oh shit. Ah. Oopsies, guys. There's this little side button on my mouse. There's a little side button on my mouse that makes it so I accidentally click it and then it does the back. Hold on.
We're fucking.
Ava,
Fucking it's just
Sorry.
wild around here, dog.
Let
Very
me put it-
sensitive man.
I got you.
Very
Look at that.
sensitive.
I
must
know
be
you got me,
sensitive.
but like if I catch it quickly, like
But you're slow. I caught it, and you're yeah.
I got
I
a
know,
sweep
guys.
for King. I don't
God
think
damn it! If
it's
you don't
gay
fucking
to kiss
stop.
a guy. I don't think it makes you gay. What if you kiss him and you don't like him?
What?
Like you're
Whoa,
experimenting.
one. I've told the story of kissing a guy. I've told the story. When you're younger, you're not going to tell me you're doing drugs, right? And you're all hanging out, getting fucked up.
Bro.
Fucking 19. Shut
I'm
up.
getting so
Don't be
tired with this
Karen for a
shit.
second and pretend that you grew up.
Go ahead, finish this awkward ass story. Go
It's not a
ahead.
big deal.
come up on the
You
panel,
bitches are
Alex. I
fucking-
will look for you to come
Listen,
up.
if it's not a
even
family
weird.
member, it's not your dad, your brother, then and you're kissing him.
No, I've
that-
kissed a
don't know.
dude because the bitches would dyke out and we'd start fucking doing drugs and fucking getting all drunk.
When
And
Brown
they're
Man
like,
gets here, I'll
well, if
drop
you
out.
two guys kiss, we'll start fucking doing a whole show in front of everybody.
You're
Because
about
my
to
trailer
get
park-
involved.
Yeah, me and my buddy Beck.
Lawrence,
you mean?
Hart,
Everyone
shout out
did
to
it,
you
dog.
for tuning in. Make
You're
sure
giving
No.
Bob
That ain't gay.
So
but you guys are
Tommy,
being fucking
what you're
weird.
basically saying is you've kissed a man before.
Yes, that's what he's saying.
Yes.
And
What?
does that
Yeah.
make you gay or
I
does that
didn't
not
make
make
out.
you gay?
Me kissing a guy to make two bitches dyke out when we're the fucking.
Bro, stop, bro.
I provided. Hold on.
You telling me you kissed a man for the hose? That's
Somebody clip that.
No, y'all are weird. It's not a big deal, homie.
That's
It's not a big deal.
This man.
You think that's a big deal?
Yes,
Bro, you kissing another dude?
for women.
Okay,
For
pause
women,
real quick. Pause
Yeah.
real quick on all
Okay, hold
Pause
the fuck
real
on.
quick on
Hold
the
the fuck on.
conversation.
I love
Pause
wherever
real
you guys
quick.
were raised.
Tommy.
No, this
pause
is
real quick
wild.
on
This
the
is wild.
conversation.
I
Yeah,
I
I'll
have
pause
a
for a
question
second. I'll
for
do
the
it.
men. For the men.
Hold on, let Lo finish. Let Lo finish.
I have the same exact question for the men on the panel. What makes a man gay? If you kiss a man, does that make you gay?
Yes, Lo. Yes, Lo.
I do agree.
Lo, come on now, Lo. You know that's gay.
I'm talking about your
I'm
dad.
just making sure. I don't know if I'm.
Hold on.
No, you ain't tripping, Lo. You ain't tripping.
I wish Ava would choke you out with her thighs right now, so you guys could.
You say something that's not gay.
No, hold on. How about you chill for a half a second and understand?
Big guy, hey,
So how about
Ava,
you
don't
guys
play with
fucking
them. Show him.
Yeah, salute to Ava with them
Yeah,
thighs.
them big
Show
thighs.
that white meat off, girl. Let's go.
Yes,
Hell
you
yeah.
freaking power thighs.
Yeah.
Nice tattoo. Oh, yeah, she'll squeeze around him and stuff.
Rock fucking solid, bro. Rock solid.
No, man, no.
She take out a melon with them.
Shout out to Elle again.
No, man.
Shout out to you. I do appreciate it.
When we're talking about kissing, we're talking about kissing in the
Hold on,
lip.
Tommy. He says these incels have two young, beautiful women on the panel, and they are talking about kissing each other. Pause.
No, that's Tommy. Get it correct. That's Tommy, bro.
Hey, LL. Who's that Shannon Sharp in your picture?
Thank you. Come again.
Let's get a
Who's this
hashtag.
little
Let's get a
picture, Shannon
hashtag
Sharp?
white meat.
Hey,
Let's get a
Lo.
hashtag white meat in the chat.
Lo, somebody's
These
trying to
men
get
are
on.
gay.
I'm gonna
Criminal
cycle off, so you got it. I'll just keep an eye
You
on
guys are
the
fucking
chat.
being such pussies. You guys are being such pussies right now.
Oh,
But
what?
King has better nipples according to. I actually have great nipples. I do have small.
Oh,
I'm not
Here we
kidding.
go.
I love my
Here we
nipples.
go.
I'm being dead serious. I got
Can
good
we
nipples.
see it?
I don't want to know about your nipples. Okay, I don't want to
What do
know
you mean?
about.
I kind of want to see if he's
Good
showing
low brown nipples.
Oh my
I
god.
don't have
Jeremy
a
with
baby
Jeremy.
box fucking
Tommy,
nipple
what,
nipples.
what was the last guy who sucked your nipples?
No.
I've never had my nipples sucked by a man. I don't like my nipples sucked by a man.
What the hell was that?
I don't like being. What?
This is
Dog, you're
over,
gonna tell me a
man.
bitch hasn't tried to suck your nipples? A bitch hasn't tried to suck your guys'
Hold on,
nipples?
hold on. King, we do have someone in the back. We have XP in the back, so I am going to bring him up. But guys, make sure for anyone new who's in the building, make sure you like the video, subscribe. If you want to donate to the Ruvalo Girls Trip or the Bikini Fund, who fucking knows? You know, hit the fucking Cash App, hit the donuts.
I did
Donate to the
order a new
bikini fund.
bikini for it.
What is it? What is it?
The
Ava?
money
Can we
that you
see?
used to order that bikini.
Listen, they have
Ava's putting in the work
for the
here,
rain
see?
fund last night. So
Yeah,
thank
we
you
finally
guys
get
for
to beat them
donating to the rain
thighs. Let's
fund.
go.
XP. How are you doing tonight, sir? I'm doing pretty good. You know, kind of a chaotic little panel right now, but you know.
Ask XP the question. Ask
Chaotic.
XP the question.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask
Oh,
you.
wait. Before you even say, yeah, it's gay as hell. That's gay as hell.
Okay.
Oh, I don't even need to ask him. He said that's gay as fuck. Okay.
Hey, yo, listen, if you're gay, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. But like, if you kiss
Yes,
the
there is.
homies, like, bro,
Yeah.
that's gay. It's not
He
even
did
like
not
that.
only that, but he did it
Okay,
for a
one,
chick.
one,
He did it for a
I
chick.
got this. I'm fine.
Real quick, shout out
I'm
to
fine
Lawrence
with the whole
Moore for the
situation.
$5 super chat. He says,
said-
Tommy, stop. You're turning Bob on. Okay.
For sure.
So
He
shout
has a
out
crush
to you,
on me.
Lawrence R. I do appreciate you for being in the chat and donating.
And listen, I just gotta say real quick, hashtag justice for Hurricane Pero, because it seems like everybody gives him ish for when he gets zesty, but like he's a little bit upset because it seems like people give Tommy like a lot more sway without
Yeah,
giving him
I get a pass. I get a
We're
gay
literally,
pass. It's
we've
amazing.
literally been going on him for the past half hour.
No, I know. I'm
Yeah.
just he's upset about it, so I'm just playing along with him. So I just wanted to put it out there.
But
Hashtag.
well, okay,
justice
XP, you know what the difference is? Show me your dick. Show me
for
your dick.
No, bro. No, Tommy,
you?
I'm with you.
Who you?
Tommy,
Yeah,
I know. I know.
that's the problem.
I don't do
That
that.
is exact. The presentation,
Yeah.
the presentation is the problem. If you
Yeah,
want to be
I know.
zesty, you gotta
Yeah.
know how to present it. You don't present it well, that's the problem. Packaging is all that matters.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just trying to
told
stand. I'm just trying to
Hurricane
stand up for him
as
because me and him
much.
had beef for a
Y'all need
long
to know what
time.
optics
I'm
is.
just trying to stand up for him. He's
Nah,
my
you gotta
I'm just
present
doing
it right. If you want to be zesty, you gotta present it right. Sorry.
No, you're right.
Yeah, he
You're
did.
right. You're right.
You know how many dick pics I would have sent him, like especially in the morning when it's like looking cool
Shut
and
up!
bright.
Shut up!
Oh
Shut
my
up! Shut
No,
up!
no, in the morning. I'll say it like this.
I'm
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Everybody shut the fuck up for 1 second. Tommy, I'm so fucking done with these gay conversations. Please move on.
Yeah, can we?
Okay?
I don't say
Here.
nothing gay.
Oh my bro, you're just talking about
You
sending
guys,
the boys
I
and
love
dick
that I'm
pics.
the.
What do you
just
mean?
said you want to show Pero dicks.
He was. Oh,
I
my bad that I've been sexually harassed. Hold on, no. I'm not going to be not the victim here. I've been the one sexually harassed.
I'm not going to be not the victim.
Wait, hold on. Want to be the victim? You
Now
want
that I've tried to stand on my fucking
Want to
dick
be the
and
victim?
say I
What?
would have showed him in my dick, I'm the fucking bad guy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be the victim here. It's crazy.
I'm not
Exactly.
going to.
Now I'm gonna put my dick on OnlyFans, and now I'm.
Go ahead, Ava. What were you about to say?
A double negative.
I was just agreeing with you. I mean, if we want to do the gay, if we want to do a gay conversation,
Do the gay.
do it. But like, I say we pivot
Oh
to
my
like either
God.
straight or bisexual.
That's what I'm saying. We don't have to continuously ask to see each other's dicks, especially as grown ass men. You know, I'm sure you see enough of them in
Oh,
stuff
really?
and in porn and shit. Okay, like you don't.
No one here asked that question, Lo. So, like,
Tommy,
none of us
you
have
drinking?
ever asked.
Tommy, you drinking?
Tommy, give me 1 fucking second. Tommy, give me 1 fucking second. Shout out to
Okay.
Gobbledygook. I do appreciate you. He says pro gay Tommy Rainbow for the $2 super chat. And I do appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in and donating.
There's a lot of pride parades going on. This month.
Can I ask you a question real quick? Like, no, Bob, you look really sad, bro. Are you okay over there, man?
Man, I'm tired, man. I'm down in Mexico right now.
Oh, okay,
So,
all right. Word.
We're in Mexico.
Keep sleeping, motherfucker. Keep sleeping.
What is this? Who is this? What is this?
All right, see, I'm sorry for losing my shit for a minute. I bought $25 fake AirPods just to have headphones that ain't over the ear. Then I found my real AirPods and my mic in my side.
I love that. I do that too.
So what am I
Oh,
doing?
there's a 25.
What
read
am
the next, the down
Read
one.
read the next one.
Okay, so King says
wanna
at
eat.
Gift Crack, marry me. I just want to hear you.
Then he go.
I just want to hear your surfer voice and smile and laugh. You remember that time we did that and laughed and laughed? I love you.
To point out though, he asked permission for consent.
Hold
He
on,
didn't say, "Can I say
What the
that?"
fuck is going on here?
No,
He did
yeah,
ask, "Can I say that?" He's going
where
for
did I write?
consent. We
I
got to
did
give him
write
some
that.
props
That's
for
right.
that.
Sorry, gobbledygook. I did not know you're. Shout out to all the.
He wants also some financial security, like since you know about
Now
the
we're
stock
cooking.
market.
He's waiting.
Everyone loving me right now.
Why are you
It's like,
disturbed?
what?
He really wants to get with you.
Shout out really quick to Quadratic Residue for the $2 super chat. He says Tommy isn't zesty, he's crusty.
I'm crusty right now.
He bisexual, obviously.
Can we read?
Did y'all just hear that?
Can we re-say it though, real quick? Can we
No,
get a read on that?
Shout out to Quadratic. He says Tommy isn't zesty, he's crusty. And shout out to you, Quadratic, for tuning in.
Not that fucking one. The one I
A
said.
booty surfer.
Come again. Tommy wants some of that Viet Cong.
Tommy is a booty surfer.
That was rude.
But
doesn't
Tommy...
Get Cracked sound like a California surfer?
Okay, yeah, I was
Go
just about to ask because I feel like I was like, do you just randomly choose? Sometimes I feel like you just randomly choose adjectives to like. I'm like surfer voice. Do you specifically
Right.
like the surfer voice gets you hot and heavy?
It's a nice aesthetic that he has. He has this California laid back vibe. Like
This is
everyone knows we agreed to this. We know what we're
This
talking
is
about.
disgusting.
Okay.
What's
I personally want to hear like an example of like what you mean. So Get Cracked.
No.
I didn't know I had that much power.
Say a sentence to me, Get Cracked. Like say one sentence.
Yeah, let's go.
Do it,
Bro, you is crazy.
Oh,
Bro,
Get Cracked.
Go ahead, Get Cracked.
Yeah. Oh, let's hang fucking. Dude, I can't do a surfer.
Yeah, you're
voice. I can't
tripping
do
now,
this
now,
shit.
player. It's what happens when you got put on the spot.
Oh my God, you just fell in love again, Tom.
Are you serious? I got a surfer.
You know that we joked about it plenty of times. Remember?
It's how you just got Tommy wet. Congratulations, Craig.
Oh
I'm
God.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Gobbledygook for the $2 super chat. I do appreciate you. She says, heart rate.
Gobbledygook sounds crazy right now. Like the conversation we have.
She is a girl though.
LL.
Shout out to you though.
She got some good gobbledygook. Salute to Bob.
Bob left out of here. Quadratic, you were so right. He was tired of that conversation. But Bob, I do appreciate you coming up on panel, and thank you so much for just tuning in.
You think that Bob was tired of that?
Thank you. Come again.
First thing is,
Yeah.
this is fucking disturbing.
But can we get like, were you just like trying to like be nice and pay Crack a compliment, or like are you like?
Yeah, I was fucking. It's a.
You're just joking around.
I always pay compliments to my homies.
I don't know,
I want to
bro.
marry them.
Mm-hmm. We're having a business relationship started up here.
A bit with marriage.
Business.
We're Get Cracked, yeah.
I can get that,
we're
dude.
gonna
I know two guys
Yeah.
in the Marines. They got married to each other so that they could save on.
I'm not gonna really marry them, but we're gonna be married in this.
You hear that? Crack, you're a tax write-off. Congratulations.
Yes.
Yo, I've been saying this
for your service too.
Thank you for your
a
service.
lot. It's just like, dude, like
Envy
gay
girls,
dudes
envy
always
girls,
hit
envy
on me
girls.
all the time. It's just like annoying.
Okay, real quick with the Envy Girls thing, and I
Oh
love this
my
with the
God,
Envy Girls.
bro.
He said
What
it was.
did you say, Envy Girl?
She's in chat. She's in chat.
We do have someone
the
in the
fucking-
back. It is Justin Retro TV, so I'm going to bring him up for a minute. But we
Let's
are
go. Let's turn up the stream. Let's go.
Yeah, let's
Get
turn it up with
Justin up
Justin,
here.
who's gonna sit there with his
Let's
Sonic.
fucking
Hello.
go.
Thank God he's here.
Hi, Justin.
Like, are you gonna start the trivia tonight?
I already
Yeah,
did trivia
we
tonight.
are.
Oh, sorry, I missed it.
No, it's okay. I'm glad that you're still up on panel. I just like was kind of trying to do a short stream that ended up turning into a long stream, so I did trivia earlier within the panel.
Lo, ask him the question.
Justin, does it make you gay to kiss another man?
Nope.
Oh my god.
Incorrect.
Fucking
Okay, hold on.
Justin.
Hold on.
Why do we got
I
it? It's fine.
need
Exactly.
Justin. I need your explanation why kissing a man doesn't make you gay.
Let's go.
I just never did. I never kissed a man. Never.
Bro.
Okay. So say if you did, say you kissed a man, would that make you gay because you kissed him or no?
Guys in the chat,
I don't
one
know.
to stay on this panel.
Okay.
Bro, you just said no, bro. Now you try to.
What? You don't even find another
The
panel
fuck is you-
or a third stream or three for all
Shout out to Monterio for the $2 super chat. He says, Justin, ask about trivia.
Now that the Jedi's bug.
Shout out to you, Monterio. I do appreciate you. Thank you.
That's literally what
Shout
they're doing.
out to Monterio.
That
Thank
maybe
you.
Tommy is gay.
I think we're gonna leave it just because I thought they were gonna do. I thought they still hadn't started the trivia yet, but I don't know. Sometimes I like being on those streams, but sometimes the panels just get. I feel like if I'm restreaming it, I'm like, I don't know. And I'm not really talking on my own channel. I feel like I'm just stealing her content. So, do we want to go insert? I have not done this in a very long time, and I've had a little itch to do it recently, of just like looking for random panels to join. This is how I kind of found. I was in like the black beef sector on YouTube for a while. Let's see. Oh shit, Cinemas is live right
Multiple
now.
people are showing you that He just called JD Delay.
Let's see. Lolcow Queens.
Anyway, nobody cares. I care though. To me, it was
Becky and
stupid. Anyway,
Tina,
Queen J, thank you for your $2.
Which tomorrow I'm going live doing the whole. It's basically gonna be a lolcow live. CT, you definitely were not watching this stream, but thank you, appreciate it. I was actually hoping CT might be live to hit up his, but Joy just basically called Gloria an idiot after gifting her something. Talk about a backhanded gift. Are you for real? Yeah, they be doing the damage control. I mean, like we said earlier in the stream, they like finally apologized to Gloria. It's just, it's like if they I would like to give them the benefit of the doubt, but it's just very convenient that they waited years and years and years to apologize after making countless jokes about it, and then now they're apologizing after I put a spotlight on it. So it's like it doesn't seem authentic. It seems like a PR move to me, but I hope it is authentic though. I hope it's really true.
Never could figure out.
We have some shit ton of LA riot stuff going on. Oh, someone's talking about Brittany J. Oh, look who's live over here. So is this where they gave like the backhanded compliment or the backhanded comment? Hold on. Where did they yeah, CT, the main portion of the stream is kind of the first hour and a half is when we were really honed in and calling out these people's lies right here of HFF, and we started fucking around on some panels. But where, okie dokie, what timestamp is that? Is that in the short or is that in this live?
Okay, so here's the TV. This is Gloria's old
And it's
TV.
funny because they've been talking about buying this TV for like ages now, but I think they finally decided to like bite the bullet and do it after my video came out.
This was LG. This is like old school. It was a really good TV though for the time, so it held up for quite a while because
about Layla's life. Okay, I
yeah,
will.
that's what I was gonna say. But let's get like this real quick.
Thank you, MB. I appreciate it. Right at the beginning, it goes to them moving.
Oh, hey, I'm back.
You okie dokie. Okay, let's see. Right at the beginning here.
No. Yeah, Ned's up now, so she'll help you lift it too. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll go there.
What are we watching now?
So someone in chat just told me to go see that they said that Joy just basically called Gloria an idiot after gifting something to her. Talk about a backhanded gift. So let's.
Is this an old clip or are they streaming now?
No, this is live right now.
Oh, okay.
Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, this is my
Dude, she needs to stop doing this hairstyle, bro.
Dude, I was just gonna say the same shit. You've been doing the fucking pigtails nonstop. It's fucking creepy.
It's very dude. It does kind of. I don't want to say that. I don't want to go
No,
all the
it's
way
exactly
there.
what you. It's exactly what you don't want to say it is, and she's fucking 50 years old, bro. Like it's fucked up. Quit doing that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It was the really bad one was when she had the pigtails. Like it was like
The daddy shirt?
she had like 2 braids that were like pigtails in the front, but then she had like other hair. Like she had like 4 different pigtails.
Oh, I don't remember that. I don't even give a fuck about that. It's just the whole fucking Lolita shit she's doing. Like when she was wearing that daddy shirt, like with all this stuff that you're talking about, like you're just taking this like to the furthest extent you can, and then you're gonna act like, oh no, we weren't defending pedophilia. Like, bro, come on. Nobody's stupid. We're not falling for this shit.
Let's see if we can find that. Hold on, real quick, so people know what you're talking about.
George is wild. It's somewhere in the archive. It's somewhere in there because that's where I saw it. I don't actually watch the channel. The Forbes is the madness of my life. That's funny. What was that big picture? Oh, that too. Yeah.
And I'm like, there's that, and then there's like, yeah, this is the picture XP is talking about.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? And it's not even bad enough she's wearing like a daddy girl shirt. She's wearing a fucking onesie, like she's a fucking infant. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And the pigtails to complete the look.
Yeah.
tomorrow. It's been a crazy day. So I worked today, and then we just got a TV, and we were just about to help her with it, and it just turned into the weirdest interaction. So I'm like, all right, blind this up now. Maybe she can help lift it. I can't even describe it.
I can't even Okay, I need to do it in slower because I can't understand what she's saying.
It's so weird. I kept thinking, why were we ever irritated with Gloria? Like, why did we ever yell at her? And then, like, something like today, and you go, oh, now I'm reminded. So weird. So
that's my first time hearing her say. That's my first time hearing her say that shit. It caught me totally off guard because I almost forgot that they made this apology thing after your video exposed them, and like to actually hear her say it, I was like, wait, what just happened? Is this a Mandela effect? Did I just switch universes here? Saying something nice?
We told her.
Wait, I'm gonna turn down your mic volume a little bit. There we go.
My bad. Is that any better?
Yeah. Okay. It's still. I don't know why it's. There we go. Okay, that should be better now.
1 2 1 2.
All day that her TV was coming, and I bought it for her. It's just this weird.
This is really messed up.
Oh, they can't even do it. It's like, oh my god! All they can do is like the one short where they say sorry, and then they're right back to like. It's like, why do you have to? Every time they try to do something, not every time, but like half the time when they try to do something wholesome, they just ruin it by like acting like. She's doing something nice to try and help their image and rebuild their image and say like, oh, we're nice to our family now. But like now she's still like bitching and complaining, and like she just can't help herself. Like she fucking dude, it just seems like she does not like Gloria very much at all.
So we told her it was coming in from Amazon. It was at the delivery guy.
Oh my god, I need to do this with 1x speed. I cannot understand. Hold on.
Oh, now I'm reminded. So weird. So we told her all day that her TV was coming, and I bought it for her.
She bought her the TV, so that's gonna be used against her now.
She's just weird.
She's weird.
She sounds high.
She has a weird possession thing.
So
she sounds high as fuck right now.
We told her it was coming in from Amazon, and we said the delivery guy coming. I guess like when the delivery guy
Like
got
not
here,
on like meth, but like
she,
on
like,
weed. She sounds
Richard
high as
said
fuck.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
there isn't
yeah.
any
Oh,
smoke,
yeah.
but like she sounds toasted.
Dude, well, it's crazy though because the amount that they smoke weed, you would think that the mumbling is so bad. Dancing, you should go back and watch the first hour and a half of the stream. Is the best part of this stream. If
Yeah,
you
that's
guys
the
are
reason
just
to say
tuning
those.
in, that basically it's Rich got completely caught totally lying after striking my video, like just completely contradicting himself in a huge way. So we went over that, then we did a little panel stuff, and now we are reviewing, I guess, Joy just not able to help herself from dissing on Gloria after like buying her a TV, because they're trying to do this damage control and rebuild their image and say like, oh, we're no longer like fighting with our family, but they can't help themselves. They've largely improved, but like damn, like you can just see the disdain that she has. But we're trying to basically decipher what she's saying because she's mumbling so much. Hold on.
is it the delivery guy coming? I guess like when the delivery guy got here, she like.
When the
Oh
delivery
yeah,
guy got here.
dude, I don't understand how they smokes as much weed as they do, and I would think that you wouldn't have any tolerance at all doing it all day every day. Like it's just not even gonna have an effect. Because I've been there before, and like I remember it literally got to the point where I was doing dabs. Like I bought a whole dab rig, and even the dabs, which is the strongest, most potent form of weed, wasn't working for me.
Yeah, you always gotta take like if you're smoking regularly, you gotta. I used to smoke a lot when I was like a teenager in my 20s. It's been a while, but like when you smoke constantly, like you gotta take breaks. Like you gotta take a couple days to like a week off just to let your THC receptors clear up so that all the fucking just like your lungs get coated in black tar from cigarettes, like the weed receptors in your brain, the fucking gotta get cleared out.
Richard said she was like chasing him down there and wanted to be
Nothing
on
phases these
whatever. I don't
people.
know what happened there. But then she started pulling it in. It was really heavy, and I said, "Oh, we can help you lift it." It was really heavy. You can't lift it. So me and Richard lifted it, and then as soon as we got it in, Richard was like, "Oh, we'll set up a blog, and we're gonna blog about the TV." And then Gloria just like literally starts like taking it all apart, and I'm like, we can help you with that, and she like freaked out, like.
I wonder why she freaked out.
Sounds like you're the one freaking out. Breathing down her neck, like what is this? What is this anecdote, dude? What is the point of saying this? This is so like, why do you feel the need to say this? Like she's trying to be independent and help out in the ways that she can. I mean, I feel like that's normal, admirable, and like you should like appreciate that. Like even though at her old age, like she shouldn't be doing that, but she still wants to like help out and be capable and helpful and do as much as she can, probably because you guilt her all the time talking about how you pay all of her bills and she wouldn't even be able to live without you. So she probably feels like she needs to pull a little bit of extra weight because you make her feel so guilty and bad about her situation and her mental illness and the fact that she did have a gambling addiction, allegedly. Like you shame her so hard for that, and then you apologize, which is very admirable, even if you're just doing it to do your PR, rebrand, whatever. After I made your video, they apologized, but now they're going right back to like bashing on her for the weirdest. Like, why do you care? Like she's trying to help. Like how are you bashing on her for this, dude?
Yo, let me ask you a question about them because I don't know as much HFF lore as I know Thorpe lore. Like most people that watch the Thorpes are like haters and they're just watching because it's a train wreck and they love watching Ben and Grace humiliate themselves. But there's a small percentage of Thorpe fans that actually like are into it because they're sick fucks and they actually like send money and shit. With HFF, like without having like, and I know Grace is getting older and fatter now, and her dad's gonna have to leave her for her child's sister, as she has often said she will encourage him to do. But like when she was young, the fans, people got into it because she was a cute girl, a couple years ago, and that's how they get their simps. So like HFF, they're completely exposed at this point.
No, people. It's like
that's my
I
question.
think
Who's
it's like
watching
it's
them?
yeah. It's like I'll tell you. It's like 50% people that don't like them. No, I'd say maybe like 30 to 40% of people that don't like them at this point, and then like
that's
there's a portion of people that are new. Yeah, there used to be a lot more haters. It's somewhat simmered down. I think just because like they've put a lot of effort into not reacting as much, even though they still do sometimes. Or the people that like dislike them, they just don't bother to chat there anymore because it's like, I don't know. It's because their audience is more like, you know, like older women or like, you know, more wholesome, nice people that they're not like super internet people. I don't know. It's more like there's more like Facebook moms and stuff that, like have concern, but like they have kids and shit. Like they're not on the internet all the time. But yeah, there's a lot of just naive people because the thing with them is that Ben and Grace are more blatantly like you can just see like very quickly pick up on the fact that like they're really fucked up and evil people. But like with these two, I think it takes a little bit longer to like you have to really know the lore to like be able to see all the contradictions and the fucked up shit that they've done, because they also spam and upload so much on their channel that like a lot of stuff gets lost.
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah,
just
yeah.
the
That makes sense.
spam of their channel. But they do have they have a solid like 10, 15 people that are like hardcore supporters of them and just think that nobody should ever criticize or ever say anything bad. And they're really mean, vile people. They're doxing anybody that like there was a time when Joy was saying that she wanted to end her life. She wanted to you know, K herself.
Right.
And YouTube says that if someone is saying that they are suicidal on stream, that the proper action to take is to call 911 and report it. And so that is what someone did who was genuinely concerned for her well-being. And because of that, Rich's most hardcore supporters doxed her, were attempting to like dox her and get as much information. They were doing that in his Discord. They've doxed multiple people at this point who have you know, out of genuine concern reached out for help. And then he has a few people that have like they're fucked up people. You can't really see in my chat here because I actually have a lot of them blocked because they just say the most vile, disgusting things that it's really fucked up, and he just condones that shit, which I'm sure honestly like sometimes in my chat I probably have people that are a little bit too mean to them too, but it's like there's so much shit that they've done that like I don't know, it's like if they were just innocent people that were reporting on people or whatever, you know, I think it would be fucked up to be saying some of the stuff that people say about them. But considering their giant history and the vile shit that they've said to people, and just like, I mean, all the fucked up things, the lying that they've done, the weird sexual defenses of predatory behavior and stuff, it's like I don't think it's that bad when people
let
say
me ask you this, like so it's when you first said it was like 30% of their audience to 50% of their audience are haters, I was shocked that it was that low. But then it sounded like a lot of their haters like just got bored with them, whereas with the Thorpes, it's always always something to come back to. So that made sense. And then you were saying it's only really like, and they got a lot of new people, and that makes sense too, because even though they bot subs with that and with those botted subs, that then pushes them up higher in the algorithm because they've got more.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense that they get new people, and like you said, them flooding the market with, you know, just spamming the video content, making it hard for the shit to get seen. That makes sense. But here's the real question: is when you say they've got like 10 hardcore supporters, are these 10 all new people that haven't figured it out yet?
No, they've been around for a while. No, they've been around for a while, and they just don't care because they think that
really
the good things, because they think that because Rich and Joy moved in, cleaned up the house, and helped get Annette into a more stable state, they think that they should not be held accountable for anything else, and they should just be allowed to get away with whatever and just leave them alone because of that. And it's like, dude, that's not an excuse to like not be held accountable for the fucked up shit that you've done and all of the lying that you've done. Like, it's one thing if it was just like a couple instances of it, but the fact that it's such a large conglomeration, and the fact that Rich and Joy have just been so fucking nasty to people, like, I'm like, so what? It's like we can't criticize or have valid, genuine criticism for anybody who's like a caregiver now. It's like, it's a very weird argument of like, okay, so if someone's a parent, like they automatically, you can't criticize them because it's going to make their kids like it's just weird. It's a very weak. Hold on.
Is that Jeremy? He wants to know if you want a bone because you said something nice like 3 hours ago. Oh, she's got us on mute chat. She's talking to the boyfriend. Can anyone in chat read lips? I can't.
Okay. Anyways, but no, this is like what his supporters are like. I mean, I think it's a lot of people that just are not very intelligent either. Because like this is what Gucci says in chat. She says, "You said physically abusing his 80-year-old mom was entertainment. You can try and overgeneralize to seem smart, but I will never forget you are disgusting. It makes total sense why you eat Rich's ass." So this is Envy saying that to Dark Uncle, one of Rich's like fans. She said that he said the physical abuse of the mom was entertaining. And then he doubles down and says, "Yes, that was entertaining. I loved it and still do."
See, I would
So
expect
it's
that
just
from Thor
some
fans.
sick
Like, they try to present themselves as like the healthy family force. It seems weird that like I didn't even think these people. I figured they had to be new and just didn't know about all this shit yet. And then I was like, okay, well they know about it, but they try to make excuses for it, kind of like Zaza Dingus Race X makes excuses for Grace.
It's like half and half.
But like, how? Like, I'm shocked that they have like the Thorpes. It makes sense for them to have sicko fans because like they're sickos, and like obviously Rich and Joy are kind of fucked up, but like they're not as bad as Ben and Grace, and like.
Okay, but wait, hold on. Let's listen. I don't want to even talk about the Thorpes. Let's listen to the rest of this, okay?
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
And then
Thank you for
Grace
explaining all that.
starts like taking
Not all
apart
of us know the lore.
and then Grace like literally starts like taking it all apart and I'm like we can help you with that, and she like freaked out like as if we were like gonna take her TV. Like,
Chill out,
So that's a wait. Hold on. Don't wait.
Like we can help you with that, and she like freaked out like as if we were like gonna take her TV. Like
that's very revealing. That's like the same type of thing where why would she freak out from you offering to help? That very much gives me the same like vibe of if somebody flinches when you like turn to them and go like, whoa, you know, or like you pretend that you're gonna like hit somebody, like maybe your partner or your child, and then they flinch.
Trauma response.
Like it's a trauma response, right? Yeah. Because maybe, and I'm not saying that they hit anyone, but it's like that's just the best metaphor I can come up with as to why would she have that reaction where she thinks that you're gonna take the TV from her right off the bat. Is probably because they've done something similar in the past.
We just bought you this TV.
Yeah, that is a bizarre, weird response to have, unless there's some kind of trauma that explains why.
I bought it for you. I'm trying to help you because you're 82 and you can't lift this on your own. Weird, I don't know. So I said, did she plan on just like lifting it herself? Like it's not helping in any way?
What the fuck is up with
We're
this?
not taking it from you. We gave it. I don't know. It's a weird thing. She like Snapchat us. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah,
she wants to be independent. Like, what the fuck? Who cares?
Jesus.
Weirdo. I don't want to talk shit on Joy. She has a really hard job. I know. I hope you're being sarcastic right now, but okay. The last thing, because I have to end soon here. It's a crutch. She uses it as a crutch. I do have to end soon here, but we did get a request from Envy to talk about Layla's life, and Envy is very much on the radar of a lot of disturbing family channels and stuff.
We got a new one? Who did?
And so I definitely want to look into this. I think where is like the best place to start? I know that you were sending like you had a few videos that you had sent Envy, or like a few clips that are really, really fucked. Like really, like it's just blatantly out there.
What kind of background can you tell us? Who are we about to get into?
I have no idea. All I know is she's like this mom, and she pretty much flat out admits that like she's using her kids for like to make or like using I can't even remember. Wait, we'll watch this video and you'll get the gist of it. Hold on. Let me present this right here.
Was that Rich on the screen that whole time? With that wild hair?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I didn't even realize his face was covered by it, but then I was like, wait a minute, that looks like the thumbnail here.
This is the clip that I had the time to watch, and this like blew my mind. I thought she was being like sarcastic, but she's just straight up admitting this.
Why do you think it's okay to exploit your kids' sexual trauma? Mark, because I'm trying to make $1 off of their sexual trauma. I think it's funny. I think it's funny and I want to exploit my kids.
Oh wait, she's reacting to chat. That was
Yeah, I can't tell if she's like being sarcastic or if she's actually this off her rocker. So I want to dive into this real quick. This is really fucking fucked up.
Her first sentence sounded reasonable. I didn't realize she was reading the chat, and then when she responded to the chat, I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
She tricked me.
Why do you think it's okay to exploit your kids' sexual trauma? Mark, because I'm trying to make $1 off of their sexual trauma. I think it's funny.
Jesus Christ.
I think it's funny and I want to exploit my kids.
Ben found a new girlfriend. A new mom for Grace.
No, okay, so she's being sarcastic. She says, "Is that what you want me to say?" So let's see what her actual response is.
But I lost my mind. I found out in front of everybody on live and in my real life that my oldest son was fucking with my kids. I found out that everything I thought as a mother's intuition wasn't right was actually not right.
Okay.
What do you want me to do? Be quiet and cover it up for him, Mark?
Damn.
You want me to be
bro? She's getting those $100 donos. Holy fuck.
a guy's guy and pretend like boys will just be boys and not say anything? Fuck that. I don't care if you're my father, my kid, my brother, my neighbor, my pastor. You do wrong, I'm fucking telling. The fuck.
Okay, so from what this is literally all I've seen so far, but from what I'm gathering is it's like a thing of like she's talking about her kid's sexual trauma online, and I guess like maybe trying to expose the perpetrator of it, but by doing that, she's also exposing like her kid's trauma that shouldn't be online. Like she thinks that she's doing the righteous thing. It's like a little more complex.
What the fuck is wrong with you? A mother tells, a bitch hides it. So
I'm like, she's right about that. I mean, she's right.
Yeah, she's presenting herself about it. Like, if that's all if this is the first thing I didn't
I'd
know
have
that
to see
for,
more.
it would seem normal. But this shit Envy saying in the chat, like, I know there's got to be something else coming.
Let's see what Envy's saying. So she says, okay. Oh, you don't have to talk about it if you. I can come up to explain. Yeah, if you want to come up. Hold on.
That'd be dope.
I just downloaded another.
A lot easier to communicate on talking on stream than it is typing in the chat.
She goes around being a hoe, drunk, and now her oldest raped her 13-year-old, and she makes it all about her.
I also saw Envy say that she like
argues.
Live.
She argues with the 13-year-old on live?
That's fucked up. Once I saw that in the chat, that's why I was like, I know there's some more dark stuff to this because like I was reading that. Like, you shouldn't be putting your 13-year-old kid on. Like, it was fucked up when the fucking Thorpes used to put their whole.
Wait, hold on, Envy. It says that your It says that your devices are not connected, so I can't bring you up. It says you need to connect your mic/cam before I can add you.
You should get like a notification asking you permission to do it, and you might have to go into your phone settings to like enable it, and then it'll still ask you, but it'll only ask you once instead of twice.
Okay, let's see what this one
I hope
is.
that helps. You can type in the back chat too if you're having a hard time. I can maybe answer you there.
If not, I'm going to time it.
No, I can tell you why it's spoiling. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, why is it? It was so emotional.
I'm assuming she's arguing with the 13-year-old in this one.
If not, I'm gonna time it.
No, I can tell you why it's boiling. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, why is it what it was so emotional right now? What happened? You doing something?
No, I was gonna wash a load of towels.
Go ahead.
There's no
This is
way.
you know how long this thing takes. It's not gonna boil for like a good 97 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, that takes you. Yeah, no problem. You said how many minutes do you think before it boils?
97.
Yeah, bite yourself.
I don't my mom says bite yourself. Bite yourself.
Jeez, come on.
Like maybe try to check it in 7 minutes. I promise you. I promise you. I already look like I've been beaten down, and now you keep going at it. Single mom, sweating, saggy boobs, tired. What's the problem? What do you want to talk about?
Oh, did you bring your towel in there? Okay, thank you.
What do you want to talk about?
About our future.
You want to talk about our future?
Yes.
Me too, honey.
I do too.
That's right.
Choose.
What does the future hold, Mama?
I need air.
It doesn't hold nothing.
We need air, baby.
Grandma, go tell her what I did today. Go.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. Okay, what is this?
Oh, sorry, I was typing to Envy in the back. Yeah, that seemed like not cool, but like that wasn't wild.
Yeah.
And more than anything, she didn't put her kid on camera. If she puts her kids on camera, that's what's really crossing the line. If that
She
happens
was
at all, I'm
gone,
not cool
but
with
people
that.
love to say that my poor mother and she has nowhere to go and like all that, right? She's going on vacation this week.
Wait, is this the kid or the mom?
I just don't like to
That's the mom.
Okay, that's what I
her
thought at first.
plans
Was
and
trying to talk
stuff,
about her
you know?
mom.
That's her personal shit. So she's going on vacation. I'm not saying when, I'm not saying where. She's leaving.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see. I
wasn't gonna say anything. If not, I'm gonna time it.
No, I can tell you why.
Growing a cigarette, even if you're joking, why would you say that? Okay, this is. I ran across this woman a few times. She seemed like a drunk, but not till recently. I saw her exposing her minor child's essay, and I understand call out the 23-year-old son all you want, but being essayed is the child's private business, not for strangers on the internet, which I do agree with that. I'm in no way saying I protect the abuser. It's just simply not her story to tell. Kids are mean, and maybe he doesn't want everyone to know that his older brother essayed him. Absolutely. You can see
Envy's
your
backstage.
Is it working? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, what up, Envy?
What's up?
Okay, yeah.
Do
What's
I
the
have
deal
like
with this?
echo?
What's that?
Is it me?
Yeah.
Your mic sounds okay.
Hello?
Can you hear us okay? We can hear you okay. Can you hear
Yeah.
us?
Can you hear us?
You got to turn your volume up on your phone. Sometimes mine, when I hit the volume rocker key, like the phone volume goes up, even though I'm not using the phone. I have to like manually select the media volume. It's a pain in the Streamlabs is
Can
kind
you
of
hear me though?
Yeah.
we can hear you. Can you hear us?
We can hear you. Yeah. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I had another browser open that had the same thing going on.
Whoa,
So it was
whoa.
Your mic
You
is
gotta
clipping a
fix your
little bit.
mic. Oh, you gotta fix your mic, girlfriend. What's up, HRH? Dude, that edit of the now rap edit that you made, the intro at the beginning of your most recent stream was so fucking good, dude. Like I need to do something like that with it. Okay, she's disconnected now.
She wants to know.
That's the Walnut Grove. They made it. Yeah.
Call you on Discord.
Okay. They
She wants to know if she can call you on Discord if it'll work that way. Can you bring her up on Streamlabs through Discord?
I don't, bro. Then you're on the. Hold on. Okay. Try now talking. Bruce.
Nah,
Nah, bro. No, this is.
Are you on Discord?
Yeah, we can try. We can try. Okay.
Make sure you got all your other apps closed. Maybe even try
Yeah,
to
Bruce
switch out
is
your
to
phone.
prove it. Yeah, go back,
Come on,
bro. If
fix
you guys
it.
are just tuning in, go back to the beginning of the stream though, because the first hour and a half is like, if you're coming in for the topic on the thumbnail and the title. But
And after that, it gets into some panel hopping, talking
see if
to
I can go
Thomas
on to
King over on Lowe's before we got into this shit here to give you an overview of the stream for the new folks.
Hold on. How do I make it the full screen here? The call.
Discord. How do you bring it up when you're bringing up clips? Probably the same way.
Oh, this is doing way too much, bro.
Do you want to put me backstage? Would that make it simpler?
Yeah. Can you go?
Go ahead.
Okay, I was just
Okay, say something now.
Is it working? It's
Bro,
okay if it's not.
I
Like
still
I can
can't hear
just
you.
try to text you. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'll just.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We tried.
Yo, I could hear
Oh my
both
God.
of you. She sounded crisp. I don't know why you couldn't hear it, but like.
What? Yeah, I couldn't hear it now.
She sounded
I hate
perfectly fine.
bro, I'm done. I hate having technical issues on stream. I'm not
Dancing on the sunset. You could hear it too. I don't know.
cannot
Maybe.
Okay, so she's curious to the lore. Okay, so she's pretty much beginning this whole. She is the what's the word? The CEO of the Layla life. Snark, but I don't know. I mean, those are the clips that she has. It doesn't look like. I mean, it's pretty fucked up, but like, I don't know if it's on the level to where I would make like a video on her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
yeah,
possible,
but,
it's
like,
possible we just saw the wrong clips, but from what we saw, there wasn't much there.
like, honestly, who I'm really interested in right now is Brooke, dude. I don't know why I can't. Now it's like, now you guys can hear and then I can't hear. But Brooke is who's really interesting to me right now. Bitch is fucking wilding out. I think most of you guys have seen. Hold on, she just sent me a voice message, but now I just closed the Discord tab. So now I can.
You got so fired up and excited with that rich burn at the beginning of the stream.
Oh, she has nice boobies.
Who is this?
She got a pool in her backyard and shit.
Is this the crazy mom we were just watching?
Yep. Cassie, I'm gonna text you back, girl.
Okay.
But they do a little
She's
something
awake
extra,
and
I
showered.
heard. But anyways, weed can
She
make
looks
you
terrible in
creative.
that other thing.
I could call it something else, but I don't feel like it. Like, why we
Those
gotta dress it
sunglasses are
up?
putting a lot of work there. And the fucking
Medical
foundation.
cannabis. You don't shut up with that lie. It's just weed.
That hat.
From the doctor.
Who knows how her hair
Just
really
getting a
looks.
cut out of it. How much caffeine have have you drink today? Caleb, I drink a half a cup.
Yeah, I can't.
She's doing the tiny voice. That's kind of like a different form of racism than Ben usually gives us. Like, we really should get her and Ben together. That could be an interesting pairing. Maybe we could get them all arrested. Like, they would blow each
Dude, you know
other up.
what an interesting pair would be?
Because
It's
you're
her.
really good at
Wait.
Go.
An interesting pair would be Ben and Queen Cobra now. I think that Queen Cobra now might legitimately be the only person that would get with someone
as fucked up as Ben.
Yeah, dude, because she got with King Cobra. Do you know who King Cobra is?
I don't know.
She's
none
normal.
of them.
Fucked up. Okay, so just watch. You'll get a gist. You'll get a gist of. Let me show you who King Cobra. I think that we could legitimately make this happen.
You definitely have a skill for cross-reading communities. You got HFF and Ben Thorpe to be a fucking.
This is King Cobra. This is King Cobra. Okay.
They deserve. Oh, what the
And
fuck?
he's a severe alcoholic. Okay. And now
I've never seen you post nothing about this dude in your cord. What? Have you been posting about this guy somewhere?
No. I
Is this
haven't
a new
posted.
find?
No, he's been around. He's a just watch the video.
Okay,
Just watch
play
it.
it. I'll shut the fuck
He's
up.
he's like a Cyrax type. A ton of people cover him. He's like a Cyrax type.
Oh,
And this is the chick. This is the chick that got with him, and then he broke up with her because she was too crazy for him, dude.
And this is where you want to hook up with Ben.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you. Go ahead.
Except I know he's not big into the alcoholics, but I don't know. I think it would be good, maybe a good match if he could move past that.
What did I oh, okay. What did I do? I was trying to get my Taco Bell food. Last time I checked, that's what I checked out the last time. Okay, I'm trying to get my Taco Bell food and your husband put his hands all over me. Your fucking husband put his hands all over me. And then my glasses were torn. Oh, I've got bruises to prove it. Oh, I've got bruises to prove it. Oh, I've got bruises to prove it. Oh, yeah? I've got bruises to prove. You kick me in the fucking head. Bruises to prove it. Oh, I've got bruises to prove it. Oh, I've got bruises to prove it. Oh, baby. I've got bruises to prove. Oh, yeah? Oh, baby, my standards are low. My standards are low. Do you know who I wanted to marry? Josh. My standards are low. Yeah. Last time I checked, I wanted to marry Josh. Okay. Oh, kick me in the crotch. I dare you, bitch. Bruises to prove it.
She kind of has like the Courtney Thorpe vibe too. She has the Courtney vibe. You think he's just Sam Hyde with alcoholism? What?
I don't like making jokes at Courtney's expense. I can't condone that. I love you, Ava, but that's a bridge too far even for me, and I'm a fucking. I say some fucked up shit about people.
Oh my god.
She seems crazy. She does seem like, I'll say this. She does seem like she seems like what Courtney would have turned into if she didn't wake up to the Banks fucking programming.
She gives me the vibe a little bit, man.
She seems
of like
like
the unhinged, like, you know. I mean, obviously Courtney is to a whole nother level, but like, and they look like she's pretty. She's not ugly. Well, okay, no.
Yeah, you're. She can put on makeup.
But the brown hair,
that's Grace in 20 years.
I think she if she wasn't like an alcoholic crazy person.
Look at
she
those
would
eyes.
she would be pretty.
That's
if she took care of herself.
I mean, I know we're seeing her like.
But I think that there's some potential there. I think there's some potential.
Add 20
Not
years
there.
to Grace. That's
Will you shut the fuck up?
Take her away.
I've got bruises to prove it. Oh, I've got bruises to prove it. Oh, I've got bruises to prove it.
Oh, yeah. Like, real talk. This beat is crazy, and this is time. Whoever edited
It goes so hard, bro. It goes so fucking hard.
What channel is this host on? This isn't on her shit. This is some A-logger that made this.
This is the Walnut Grove channel.
Yeah, we got to give them a shout out. Put that in the Discord because I want to go look at this shit later. This channel, whatever they're doing.
Yeah, they cover King Cobra. And then this chick that was just in the chat, this is what reminded me of this, covers Queen Cobra.
Envy says she deletes streams a lot. She's one of those people like the Thorpes where you gotta click.
I kind of have like an infatuation with this chick because her voice sounds like the way that she speaks sounds like just like my old like girl best friend that I totally fell in love with. So we love you, HRH. But yeah, but I don't know why she took her streams down. I think it's because Queen Cobra was like striking her or something. I'm not sure. But Yeah. What else was I gonna? I know I was gonna talk about something else.
You were on the Layla Lowe thing for a minute, but I think we kind of moved off of her. She had something else there. And we got
Oh,
Shaggy.
I wanted to look at Brooke just a little bit more.
Oh yeah, you were talking about
Not Brooke. What the fuck is her face? The chick that. What's her name again? Envy Layla's life.
Layla Lowe. Layla's life. See if you can see any thumbnails that have the kids in it. Like if they're
Oh damn, she's been around for a while. Oh, she's been around for a long time.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then hi, my name is Erica, and today I'm going to be talking about
Envy, have you seen this? Did you
Why
find
does she
this?
talk so different? Well, she sounds like she has like some kind of disability.
Yeah,
but
I think maybe she's deaf. I don't know.
she sounded normal in the other
some of the
video.
behavior of a YouTuber.
Oh my god, XP. Oh my god. This is
Yeah.
not her. This is a video essay on Layla. This is not Layla.
Who goes by Layla's life. Now, from what I could tell from the videos I have watched of her, and I've been watching a few videos of her for the past 2 days since she's been on my radar because of a community post made by Sincerely Sharon. That's what put Layla's life on my radar. And from what I can see, she does a lot of reactions to channels like Jess and like those family vloggers, but she seems particularly interested in Jess Fam because I guess she was friends with her at some point. So now through her butt dead stuff about it. So why should you be offended? Because Layla, you don't get to tell people whether they're offended by something or not. If somebody is offended by something, they're offended by that, and you don't get to say, oh well, you can't be offended by that. That's not a thing. And then at the same time, when she gets called out for her nasty behavior, she'll be super defensive and be like, well, if you don't like it, then don't watch. But aren't your watchers just sharing their opinion just like you are? So you shouldn't be offended because they don't know you, right? Is that how that works?
That's my opinion. Don't get offended by my opinion. If these people aren't getting offended by my opinion, you guys don't need to get so offended by my opinion. I don't even think I'm saying the words right. They're too, like,
I'm like, I get it. I've been there. I think I've been hypocritical too. I say, wait, hold on. Let me play. Let me play Envy's. Hold on. You gotta mute when you're not talking, XP. Hold on. This is what Envy said about it. I realize I can just play it on my phone.
Pretty much, she
Oh, it's so quiet.
drinking and whatever, and her kids like will be coming in the room. She talks about her fucking child's like essay, which is like, you know.
Can you guys hear that? One's in the chat. If you can hear it, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Okay, fire.
Drinking and whatever, and her kids like will be coming in the room. She talks about her fucking child's like essay, which is like, you know, he's a minor, not the minor probably doesn't want his fucking family knowing about that kind of shit. And then she lives with her mom, doesn't have a job, like daydreams, bothers the fuck out of her mom all the time. So I seen her before because she would post all this sexual content, and then her children as well. But it's just like, you don't fucking put your child's medical history out there or their essay. And the kid who's 13, he's been acting up, you know, like starting problems with his mom. You saw in that one clip where he's like nothing and like, you know, normal teenage shit. But she's like so mean to him, and it's like he went through a fucking SA incident with your eldest. Like maybe cut him some slack. Maybe he's acting like a dick because he doesn't want you to be fucking live streaming. You know, like, I don't know. She just seems like an awful bitch.
Yeah, I think you have a good intuition there, because the fact that like she's been on people's radar like this for 3 years now. But I'd have to see a little bit more like clips and shit, but I would be interested to catch one of her drunk lives, like, because that kind of reminds me of like, if you guys saw the Molly Go Lightly stream that I did. I still need to chop this up and make this into a video, because there's an unlisted Molly Golightly stream. She's like a member of the True Crime community, and this bitch went fucking nutter, like just super histrionic, like going on and basically doing the same exact thing of taking advantage of other people's trauma to like get pity for herself. I don't know. Jeremy, what's up? What do you want, Jeremy, back there? What's up, man?
Got nothing. You see your friends getting wasted. Lowe's going up. She's like 7 shots deep.
Are you
pounding
serious?
shots. She's getting fucking
Damn,
wasted.
we
right
should have
now.
stayed over there.
Yeah, it's pretty funny actually. She's
Your
talking
hair
mad
looks
shit,
good.
and it's funny.
She's talking shit to the people on panel.
Oh, she's calling King like gay to his face. It's really funny. King will go on like a whole diatribe for like 5 minutes. You know how King does that shit.
Yeah.
And then Lowe just follows it up with, "I think you're gay, King." Anyways, it was
I
really
mean, King
funny.
is openly.
Go check her
King is
out.
King is out of the closet though. Like, how is that even like?
Yeah, I know he's still in denial, so it's very funny to poke at him, especially since he
But I mean,
gives
he
so many
openly
other
he's
people
talked about,
shit.
he's talked
So
about sucking dicks before, and like you're open, bro. Like that's what Pero doesn't understand. Like that's why nobody rips on King is because
You want me to do that?
But,
Yeah.
not in the closet.
oh yeah, Ava, don't tell Chuckles I'm here. I'm not really allowed to be here right now.
Does Chuckles and Ava have beef? What?
Oh yeah. Well,
What-
I've moved on. I don't give a fuck. I don't really give a fuck anymore.
I heard her talking shit about you when she was with Grace reviewing the fucking thing on OPC's channel, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, all these bitches hate each other. Come on, XP. Women don't get along.
She's essentially mad that I got mad at her for.
That's a good reason to get mad at somebody.
Yeah.
What was the original?
Why did you get mad at her then?
I don't want to talk about this whole situation. It's
Yeah,
been
let's
so
not.
long. Like,
Exactly.
but it basically like she was sending screenshots of like our personal messages.
Oh, that's kind of gay.
Yeah.
But wait, Jeremy, how come I thought I forget who introduced me to Chuckles. It might not 666 Rider, but it might have been Ride, who told me about her when she came back online like 6 months ago or whatever. And when I started looking into her old streams, this is when I was gathering evidence on the Thorpes, and like I found some shit where Ben was on
Gathering
there.
evidence on the Thorpes. Ugh.
Yeah, they got demonetized and deplatformed, so I stopped working on the documentary because I got better things to do. But like,
Wait, you were making a doc. Wait, are you the one that made that really bad documentary?
No.
Okay, yeah, that was fucking cringe.
Listen,
Oof.
I want to say this to defend the guy who made it because I don't think he's a professional editor at all. For like,
Nobody around here is. The people that are professional editors don't edit shit for YouTube. They do it to get paid.
Nobody's
They get paid for
even-
editing shit around here.
nobody's even a decent amateur. Like this person seemed like they were totally.
Except for me. You should see some of my editing shit.
Okay, so wait, hold on, Jeremy.
But-
What's up with you and Chuckles? Are y'all fucking or?
Nah, we haven't seen each other yet.
Fucking?
That's personal, Ava.
Okay, so the answer is yes. The answer is a yes.
No, it's not yes. It's not. No, we haven't. No.
Let me ask
Do
you.
you want to, or does she want to, or which way?
I'm kind of over the whole like e-sexting because it always just turns into some chick releasing my texts and DMs, and I like Chuckles. I don't think she would do that, but if things got sour, then like I'm not going to put myself in a situation.
Come
again.
on, dude. I think she would absolutely do that. She has a history.
Well, she wouldn't be as. It's not as bad
maybe-
as Grace. Grace fucking destroyed me with the DMs and shit. So it's not really anything to get topped that email relationship.
Bro, Andrea, that is blowing my mind right now that you know about Chuckles. Because I thought Andrea was from the HFF chat. That's crazy.
Why do
Maybe
people
Chuckles
care
is
about
traveled that far
HFF?
and
They're
wide.
just a family of criminal crackheads. I don't get why you guys are so like fascinated by it.
They're
Well, they
hilarious.
spurg
I mean,
it.
it's
Rich
hilarious
spurg,
the way they
bro.
spurg, bro.
Yeah, but they got like AIDS,
And
and,
then
they're
they're
probably
also
like
legit
permanently
fucked up.
ill. Yeah, exactly. But everybody
It's
on the internet's like that kind of fucked up.
No.
It's similar to Ben in
Jeremy,
intensity, but not as like the way that Ben is all like super evil. They're like cotton candy coated. Like they're dressed up like clowns.
Yeah, it's more even more creepy. Like I don't really find like Ben. Yeah, he's evil sometimes. I don't really think he's like an evil person necessarily. But with this guy Rich, it's not even a matter of good and evil. It's just the guy's a fucking drug addict. He's creepy to look at. He's not aesthetic at all. He says stupid weird shit, and it's not interesting. You listen to the guy for 5 minutes, it's like, okay, this guy has brain damage, he has AIDS. What the fuck do I care? Let me know when he.
I mean,
he's
in a
on his
sense, you could
deathbed.
make that same exact thing about the Thorpes. You could say that about anybody, Jeremy.
No, you can't. The Thorpes aren't drug addicted, as far as I know. The Thorpes
They
aren't crackheads.
Let me ask you this: how come Chuckles?
Well,
is cool
nicotine is kind of
when I was
crack
watching,
nowadays.
Wait. When I just first discovered Chuckles and I started watching her old shit, what I was gonna say was like it seemed like she had like weird interactions. It seemed like she was cool with Ben first, and then it seemed like she kind of turned on him, but she would still have him on. Can you tell me some background lore on Chuckles? Just because like I'm not the only
She
person.
plays the game like the rest of us.
Nobody
It's
gives
not.
a fuck. I'm sorry, nobody gives
Yeah.
a fuck. I
Yeah,
really
who
don't
cares?
care
Nobody?
about Chuckles lore. No.
Yeah, there's not a lot there, honestly. She played the game like everybody else, and now she's kind of doing something else. But yeah, it's all
I
about
mean, a
the
short
game,
synopsis is
really.
fine.
The
Yeah,
club
I didn't
game.
need a deep lore
People do
dive.
stupid shit for attention. Not that
I'm
she
just
did, but
surprised. I'm just
it's just the
surprised that she
game.
was back streaming with Grace the other day. I'm surprised that she's cool with them. That's my ultimate question. Is like, how
That
can
is that part I do care about because that's wild that she be hanging out on
Yeah,
Ruby's
that's what I
panel
want.
talking shit about Grace. Like that's the only part where I'm like, that's fucking two-faced as shit. If you're going on Ruby's panel talking shit about Grace and then going on to Grace's panel talking shit about Ruby,
Why is she not allowed to
pick a
talk shit
lane.
about both of them?
To be
Like,
fair,
what?
that
She's
sounds
supposed to
exactly like
choose
what I know
sides?
Chuck.
Guess what?
We're all
Yeah,
supposed to
well,
choose a team?
Jeremy, if somebody is
sister.
literally making threats to call your fucking methadone clinics and fuck with your real life shit to say that you're gonna piss on Ruby's brother's grave, say all of these fucked up shit about her dead brother, dude. Like, yeah, I'm gonna and literally show up at Ruby's house, continually fuck with her. Yeah, I
I'm
would
sorry,
not want
Ava.
somebody
I
who is
know.
wait. I would not want somebody who is going to go and be friendly with that person who's done that to me.
Yeah, but it was funny. Come on. And
Aw,
Ruby asked
man,
for it. Give me a break.
No,
Like,
it's
she can't
not
shut the
funny.
fuck
It's
up about
too
Grace.
far.
As long as Ruby talks shit
So she
about
asked
Grace and
for her
calls
to
her a
fuck with her
daddy
in real
fucker,
life.
Grace is gonna come back at her. It's just the name of the game. If Ruby
The
can't
whole
stop being
reason
obsessed
that
with the
she did
Thorpes,
that is
the
because
Thorpes will
they
continue going after
started
her.
it.
That's the game.
Bro,
I mean,
they
yeah, but
started. They
but this is the
absolutely
thing.
started that
Yeah,
shit
but at the same
way
time,
too
Ruby,
far.
she's supposed to be
Way
like the
too
good
far in a way that
person, right?
Ruby has never ever taken it to that fucking level, dude. Never ever. It's a
Yeah,
level
she
too far.
talks some stupid
To
shit
go
about
into
people.
people's real life
Yeah, but
shit
she
and
didn't
like
do
be
real
calling
life
their
shit like
doctors.
that.
Yeah, I
Man,
guess so. I don't know.
Don't be defending. Are you still sending Grace money? How much money do you send her each month?
No, dude, I'm simping for Chuckles now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but Chuckles
Oh
goes both
my
ways.
god.
She's got you on that demonic fucking try and play everybody shit.
Demonic? Play everybody shit? What are you talking about?
Ava, when's the last time Jeremy sent you money?
Two-faced bitch shit, bro.
Ava, when's the
I
last
I
time
think I
Jeremy
sent last time I sent Ava
Yeah.
money was $10 for a hot dog. After we collaborated.
I think he's. Wait, did you? I don't think you said no. I don't
Yeah,
think you ever.
no,
said
you were
$10
streaming
for
with
hot
somebody else.
He told you
And
he'd
it was
send it. He never
funny, and I
sent it,
gave
though.
you $10.
Jeremy,
Go ahead and get
Jeremy.
yourself a nice
Oh,
hot dog.
I think actually I do remember that. Yeah,
It was funny. Come
that
on,
was
it
in
was
the
funny.
moment though. Because in
Yeah.
the moment, Jeremy would not buy me the hot dog.
Yeah, and that was
Gobbledygook
also fucking
says
hilarious.
Jeremy is looking really cute tonight, which I think you are looking pretty good tonight, honestly.
Thank
You're
you.
looking pretty dapper. Yeah. Why are you looking? You've been looking less and less disheveled lately. Like I feel like you've been getting your shit together.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I put on some weight. Been working out a bunch, doing a bunch of cardio.
All right.
Doing
What gym
good.
are you going to? What gym are you going to?
I have a Gold's Gym Black card membership, or whatever it is.
Golds.
No, not Gold's
Golds.
Gym. Sorry, no, Planet Fitness. What am I saying? Not Gold's Gym. Fuck Gold's Gym.
Oh,
Planet Fit. I'm a Planet Fitness guy. But since it
okay.
got warmed up outside, I just go jogging.
Dude, the
and do
Planet
push-ups.
Fitness near where you're at though is like the worst fucking
Yeah,
Planet
it's
Fitness.
tranny
It's
central. They're all trannies and
horrible.
old people.
What?
Old
That's
boomers.
not where I would. Oh no! What?
It is though. It's a bunch of old boomers and young trannies. So I just do my
That's
workouts
the main
outside.
demographic.
Yeah, I'm in
Yeah.
Kenmore.
Well,
You know how it is. This is where like
I mean,
Seattle
dude,
hippies go to
but like
retire.
Are
the
you Gen
trans
X, Jeremy?
the trans people have a pretty good low key like an advantage. Well, if you're a chick who goes into like a man and then you're taking the testosterone, you can get jacked like pretty fucking quick. Like if I ended up transitioning, I would
Sounds
be
like
in the
you
gym
seriously
every fucking
considered it
day.
yourself.
Man, I'm like, it's nice as a chick to be able to take steroids and not have to worry about it like deepening your voice because that's actually what you want. That's pretty tight. That's pretty tight.
Do you take steroids?
Fuck no. I did
I was
a
gonna say.
cycle. I did a cycle once.
That's gonna be held over your
And-
head for the next fucking forever by the Forbes.
Yeah, but she already did meth too, so doing steroids.
Yeah,
isn't like,
yeah.
People just
I
go
think
straight to
that
crack
the-
or meth.
They ain't
the
had nothing on
crack
the whiteboard in a minute.
things.
The
Yeah.
crack thing. It's all right. You
The
were
crack
young, Ava. People will forgive it if you're young, as long as you don't do it into your 30s. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's pretty obvious that like I'm not tweaked out. I would hope. I would hope it's pretty obvious. I don't know. I'm like,
No, and if you get to that point, then just go see a doctor, get on some medication or something. But you don't seem like you're that far gone.
dude, you know, it's scary. People that get into like the specifically meth, like that is the worst drug that it will
It's like
ruin
straight
you.
psychosis, right? It's just like you stop eating,
Mhm.
stop sleeping, you go into psychosis within what, a day or two, unless you have more meth to keep you up. Is that how it
Yes,
works,
yeah,
right?
yeah, but it's like the long-term use. I was actually learning this the other day, like my friend who's in addiction recovery and he like works at a rehab center and he was telling me that they want to stop taking people. Like they only just want to detox people that are like long-term meth addicts because it ruins your brain in such a like it makes you a weirdo. It'll make you into like a pathological liar.
Schizophrenic.
It's like
It makes you schizo.
permanently.
Yeah.
In a way, like in certain ways, yeah, but like and it takes like even for in a way it makes fentanyl look better recovery wise because with fentanyl you can recover and like be back to normal and your brain reset within like 2 years if you stay sober, like 1 to 2 years depending on how much you've done it, versus with long-term meth use if you get sober off of that it's going to take 2 to 4 years for your brain to like start to get back to normal, and even
then
you're
your
gonna be-
serotonin levels don't come back for, was it like 7 to 10 years? You don't have normal serotonin levels? Yeah, no, meth has always terrified the fuck out of me. I've never touched meth, and I've had, like, I grew up around a bunch of Indian reservations where it was just like you go onto the reservation, it's just a bunch of tweaked out gang members.
So sad.
And it's like, yeah, they really had a problem with meth around here, so gotta stay away from that shit, folks. It'll kill you.
I mean, it's amazing. Like, I love it. Like, I loved it, dude. But it's like, I know that, like,
Well, that's why it'll kill you
like
because
the
it's so much fun, right?
the after effect of it is so bad. Like, it's like it'll be such a high, and then the next day you want to end your life. Like, you legitimately
Yep,
want to end your life.
serotonin depletion.
And so I would never do it I would do it like for like a day. I think the most that I ever did it for was like 2 or 3 days. And like I had like
that's not bad.
dabbled and like tried it a few times. And I'm like, I can't deal with the after effect. And I don't want to fuck up
Nobody
my gym
can. Yeah, nobody
game.
really can. I've heard of a few like functional meth heads, but
There's
they're
a
very-
there's a few that claim to be, which is fucking insane. But I'm like, there's
we have a lot
only-
of you have a lot of people on Adderall now, which is pretty close. Well, I don't get like
No, it's not close.
I know it's probably not close. It
I
still has
argued
the
that
effects of-
I used to argue that it was because I forgot what it felt like. But then like I took like one Adderall like a couple months ago. It's like my boss gave me one, and I'm like, oh, it's just one. I'll take. And like I was like, oh, this is not what I'm like. It's nothing. Like I barely
just
even
one
felt
pill
it.
is not. No, but
Yeah.
people that are addicted to Adderall, if you like start snorting huge lines of Adderall over a long period of time, it's going to turn into a meth addiction. Essentially, like it's when you stop eating. That's when shit really goes downhill. Your body goes into panic mode, and then you get into the fight or flight. The limbic system goes into fight or flight, and that's where people, regardless of Adderall or meth, that's where it really fucks them up. But not something I worry about. I'm a pothead.
What did I just look at Bob?
Dude, Lo is getting fucking drunk. It's really funny.
Let's see this.
She's doing 10 shots,
I just want to say
$10
something.
donations for shots, and she has all the guys on panel telling her to quit drinking like it's an intervention.
I need to. Wow, people are paying up for her to do the shots.
Yeah, it's kind of pathetic, but whatever.
She should
Damn.
raise the price. I mean, it's cool, but like if you're getting that many
Briefly,
people
since
going-
Tommy order and then
You might have
Since
to go
Tommy
up
already
there.
confessed he's gay,
Ava,
I
you
would-
might have to go save Lo. She's
I
like
get it, Greg.
7 shots deep, and then she took another 2 shots, so 9 shots. You might have to intervene on her ass. She might get drunk and ruin the girls' trip.
It's fun. I mean, it's fun. Like getting fucked up and going on the internet is so fun, though.
It really
like,
is. It really
I
is.
remember those days, man. I remember those days. I'm like, I have my fun with it. I'm like, I don't like to get too fucked up on stream now because
Yeah,
I
I
feel
like to, but
I say stuff I regret. But
I've humiliated myself enough times from getting like whiskey drunk and just going on stream and acting a fool. It's like I really can't. Like I honestly, as much fun as it is, I just can't afford to do it anymore. I'm 35.
I think,
If I start acting like that in public, I'm gonna get 5150. I'm gonna get who knows what these trolls would do to me. So
yeah, I think every streamer like goes through that phase and they just have to like kind of learn their lesson of like, oh,
you really do. You
like
really do.
you'll end up you'll get a little too fucked up and then say something you regret and then you're like, oh, this is why people don't usually get fucked up on stream.
Exactly.
But like I had that phase for sure too. And I think
Does
it
that
makes for
righteous-
very. I mean, how many viewers does she have right now? Like, it's people.
No, she's
people like
that's
watching.
probably like 50 or 60 or something. People are loving it.
Yeah.
You guys are all kind of taking over right now. You, Ruby, and Lo. You guys are all averaging like 50 to 70 viewers, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, now I
hit
peaked
100.
here at like 100, but now we just.
And you guys are
have
bringing in money though
hard
too, right?
viewers.
You guys
I
are
didn't
bringing
make
in money.
Not me, not this stream. I'm bad at asking for money. I don't want to. Oh shit! No, we did get one Cash App. I know they want to stay anonymous, but thank you. Thank you
How
for
much?
that generous Cash App. Holy fuck.
bling.
It was for 50.
God damn. See, you women. You guys are ruining this for us.
No, it's from
men.
another lady. It's from another lady.
I know who it is.
Which hits different, man, when the women donate. Like you're like Jeremy
Can I post
Peterson
up my
goes,
Cash App? I'm cute, guys. Or women, guys.
He
Oh,
has,
I'm
he
gonna have
has
a
been
guy
entertaining
donate
the
to
crowd.
me.
I think you should let him post his Cash App because he's going to do it anyways. But I think you should give him your blessing. He has been.
Why
entertaining.
is it
I'm not on
illegal?
YouTube right now. Someone else can post up my Cash App. I would really, appreciate a donation. Hell yeah. I live in Seattle, folks. It's fucking expensive. Bullshit. Anyway, you're still in Seattle, right? How much do you pay for rent?
$13.70.
God damn, is that between
Cheapest place
two
I go
people?
find, bro. No, not but I'm in like a 400 square foot studio.
That's
But I
actually
have a
pretty
washer
big.
and dryer in unit, so it's yeah. I mean, it's big, but it's like it's a weird layout because there's like a hallway and there's like a kitchen and then a bathroom and then the bedroom and that's it. I don't have a living room, and it's like.
Yeah.
If it was like an open layout, I would like it better, but I love it because it's not in like a giant apartment complex. So I don't
Yeah,
have
see,
to
that's what I
move for an elevator and shit.
hate. I got an apartment complex. It sucks. I want to find a house in Seattle. That's what I'm looking for.
How the fuck are you gonna get a house, dude?
Well, like a shared house. Like live with some other guys my own age. Maybe pay
How old are you,
$1,000 a
Jeremy?
month.
I actually know somewhere where you, but it's not in Seattle.
Where is it?
Jeremy, how old
It's
are you,
in
bro?
where is it? It's in Mount Lake Terrace.
Okay. That's
Like
kind
your
of where
dude,
I'm
I used to
already. Yeah.
I'm in
But no,
I'm in Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, same here. No, I live
Yeah.
around a bunch of really old people, and it sucks. The lady that lives underneath me is like old and cranky, and then the family above me is just like really loud. There's like 100 Mexicans living up there.
Yeah.
And then I got like a bunch of other old people. It's kind of The apartment complex thing is fucked up. I think it's a much better
What's
option
wrong
to
with
stay at the
old
house.
people though? Isn't it nice to be around old people
No,
because they
they're
don't make a lot
cool.
of noise?
Yeah, but I do
Yeah.
make a lot of noise. That's the thing. I like to play my guitar. I like to play music, watch TV, get loud. I can't be keeping up these old people all night.
Ooh, I'm jealous, Andrea, but I'm also not because like fuck, I can't handle the heat.
Yeah, the humidity. Fuck that.
But like waking up every day when it's sunny outside, like it's just such a happy feeling. But if I'm like, would I get sick of it if I was in a place where it was always sunny? Would I get sick of it? I don't know. I do not know. But guys, I gotta clean my bathroom and shit before.
Yeah, I want to go see Lo get even more wasted.
Kind of
Shit's
also
funny as
want
fuck.
to see that. I think I'm shit. I kind of want to. Do I want to join in that one? Wait, let's watch it for a second. Let's watch it for a second. I love watching.
Make sure,
drunk
yeah, make
side.
sure you hit live. Hit live. King Teal's doing a real fucking
but
spur
what
out too.
exactly?
It doesn't matter, dude. There's always competition.
Oh, wait, where'd she
I
go?
get it, but I wouldn't call it a competition.
More than all of the
Competition.
rest of us. I want to know from his
Yes,
opinion
that is
why
it.
I was such the hot take on the internet. Like I didn't even do shit.
I agree with
Oh, damn. Yeah, she's popping off.
Good shit.
Yeah, you don't have to do shit. That is the key. Because
Low proving she has personality. Good job.
That's old news.
Art and Sir crashed out over
I'm out, bro.
hair.
Take it easy, Ava.
Debate.
Damn, bro, all the CT people over here. We got Art in the building.
You rang.
The thing is, they never got exposed. They never got exposed. They were just yelling the whole time. So I want to know, did you get a conclusion?
She doesn't really seem that fucked up to me. Bro, she kind of makes me want to get fucked up. Shit. I'm like, this looks kind of fun.
I mean, it's a Tuesday night. It's not Monday, so.
Lowe's channel is low, la.
Your little argument.
No, I didn't. We were just having fun. Though. I forget about most of the things I say on this.
Exactly.
That was just fun.
It was more
Thank you. No,
Lowe's brother-in-law that drew the conclusion. Actually, he said that Moon came.
Yeah, I think Sir figured it out. I think Sir cracked the case.
God,
I miss a lot of good stuff over here, man.
You really, yeah, you do, Bub. You do.
Oh man, this is fun over here. Man.
What do you mean, Art, by that he cracked the case?
Well, he was just.
Why are we going?
He was explaining the interest compared to the. Do we have to go back there? You got to bring.
No, we don't
I
have
mean,
to go back to it.
we got Bob. We got Bob here. He doesn't want to hear about this type.
No, I please. I absolutely.
Please indulge us. I missed it. I want to know.
I already cleaned this.
I think Moon Cake sexual without the hair or without the hair.
Yeah, me too. I agree too.
What were you saying, Universal?
I said we shouldn't go down this road again. I had to patch that shit up already.
What the hell is going on over here?
Listen, we put the effort out to mend relationships that shouldn't even have been mended in the first
Right,
place.
exactly.
Get it?
And
Okay, I don't know what they're talking about. Damn, I want to end, but I don't want to. Oh, Hormaxer is live. Uh-oh. Manar! Let's go.
Oh, is this your new boyfriend?
Guys, we are Manar's only viewer here.
All right, so here's the deal.
I've been
There's a
introduced
big panel happening right now.
slowly to Manar.
I'm gonna
Manar
jump on it right now.
is the internet's best debate spurger who will come at you and say that he wants to piss on
Let me go
your
get it.
dead mother's grave, and he will hope that your children die if you trigger him in a debate.
Bro, let me on, man. Why are you watching me? Let me on.
Damn, I'm his only viewer.
I'm the eater of liberals.
Eater. He calls himself the eater of liberals. Is he in his VC right now? Is he in his Discord right now? Fuck, I have to pee. I should end this. But Manar! Damn it, he's not in his VC. Wait, I'm gonna join his VC again.
You should just be if he's the only viewer, just jump in his chat and send him your StreamYard link. Get him up on channel.
Yeah, you're right. Wait, hold on. Oh, I have to pee so bad. Wait, I'm gonna have to go pee in a second. I'm in your VC. Oh my gosh.
Can you if you're on Discord VC, can't you just take your phone to the bathroom?
Yeah.
All right,
Ask
look at this
ask
guy.
him if that's haram
Oh my gosh.
to talk to you while you're pissing.
Oh, he's in here. Manar.
Can you hear me?
I can hear him.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear him? I can hear him.
Yes. Hey.
No, why can't I hear you? What the fuck?
No.
Damn,
Give
I'm gonna
me a
have to
second.
figure
Give me a
that
second.
out. Sorry,
Do you want me to translate? I can be like I can translate from like Farsi to Russian.
No, we're not doing that. Okay.
Chinese.
This is a sign. This is a sign to end it now. Oh my gosh. I'm doing the potty dance. I gotta go.
All right.
Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all.
It was a good stream.
You too hype. You too hype. You too hype. You too hype. I feel like you too hype. You too hype. You too hype. You too hype. I feel like you too hype. You too hype. You too hype. You too hype. I feel like you too hype. You too hype. You too hype. You too hype. I feel like you too hype. You too hype.
It might just hit too hype, or if it's right, then you would really know. Have you on your P's and Q's and barely letting nothing go. Carry in the hood, ain't
fucking
that's embarrassing, bro.
live
But it's
right now.
embarrassing.
Who's live right now? Let me go.
Yeah,
Pull.
I'm embarrassing.
Do it.
I'm embarrassed for you. Can you do a one push up?
Everything is